Hi, all. I'm your storyteller, Jen, and welcome to Hunter the Reckoning, the Night Watch, or as I've been affectionately calling it, the Chaos Crew. For anyone who doesn't know, Hunter is a World of Darkness game where players play mortals who have seen the supernatural world and have decided to do something about it, whether that's destroy the enemy, protect humanity, or fix the monsters who clearly just need someone to understand. There are also consequences if you drag mortals into the supernatural world, like creating more hunters, which some of you may want to do, or you may want them to be kept innocent. So, just as a heads up, I'm going to be playing a little hard and fast with the rules since I have a lot of World of Darkness rules mixed with house rules in my head. So for anyone familiar with WoD rules, I'm probably going to be wrong at some point for the sake of fun. We're just going to deal with that. For instance, players, 10s will always explode, even without a specialty.
Yes! Yes! The time is mine!
Yes, exactly. Plus, your character concept is terrifying, so it's even more terrifying with exploding 10s. It's great.
I can hear Christine screaming about that through my sound barricade and 2 rooms, just so you know. Sorry, turning my mic off again, but I wanted you to know that.
I forgot to get dice. I'll be right back.
Okay. And also, I am allowing reactive conviction spending, which I'll explain as we get going. Also, since some of you are new to Hunter or World of Darkness in general, and for the rest of us, it's been a long minute, feel free to ask if something confusing comes up. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and you can mostly find me on Dork Tales as Josephine in The Devil and the Doves, our Victorian-era mage game.
Hello, Raid. Yeah. Welcome. We are just getting started. So good timing.
Fantastic.
Welcome.
And yeah, if somebody can keep an eye on the chat for me, because I'll probably be referencing my notes and stuff, but let me know as donations come in, and I should ruin people's days. It's great.
I have 2 massive monitors, so I have everything up.
Fantastic.
And you do know that somebody donated to you specifically last game to fuck us up in this game?
Yes, which I am so grateful for. So, let's meet our players. Let's start with Christine.
Hello. I am Christine, and I use she, her pronouns, and you can find me all over this channel. But today in particular for Extra Life, I am wearing my Extra Life 2021 t-shirt, which is very exciting. But you can find me in, let's see, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Shards of Nirn, Reign of Emrys, and Victorian Era Mage, along with Jen. And you can also find me on my own channel at Lady Liliana. However, tonight I am playing Jenna Wright, a wayward hunter.
Do you want to tell?
Go boom.
Yeah, tell the crowd a little bit about the hunter creed if you know much about it.
Waywards are basically the ones who are all like, they get the vision of that there's like supernatural shit, and they just go, let's fuck it all up. Let's kill them all. Destroy them. No mercy, no second chances. It's just, that's it.
Yay. They're basically, so, for anyone else who knows,
might not burn down the museum.
Yeah. For anyone who does know Hunter, Waywards are one of the lost creeds, and they're basically Avengers on crack. So we don't have an Avenger because I limited that because I didn't want the game to just die in the first 10 minutes with everything burning. With the rest of them, we maybe have a chance.
I did ask if I could play this. To be fair, I read them all and was just like, I want to play a Wayward. Hey, Jen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I, pretty please?
And we're gonna die.
It is my type of character.
We're gonna die in several ways.
100%. It's like
it's probably gonna be her.
Yeah. There are donations for healing PCs if anyone wants to help them not die. That might be useful. All right, moving on to Michael.
Hi everyone, it's me, Michael, graphic designer extraordinaire and Dork Tales resident graphic designer, going with he, him pronouns, and today I'm playing Gary Singer, the meek and kind of mild-mannered coffee kiosk manager who by daytime tries to just keep the world together in small little grande and tall and trente sizes, but when no one's looking, he's actually a hunter martyr who's also a masochist. So yes, feed me your hate, hurt me daddy, spank me, make it bleed. It makes me stronger.
Well, that's great because we just got a donation for more monsters, so your wish will be granted.
Oh, yummy.
Awesome.
I'll go get my cereal bowl.
All right, let's move on down to Chris.
Oh boy. Hi, I'm Chris. You may have just seen me last game, so sorry this isn't like hammered down properly, but I do what I can. I was also supposed to be wearing a white muscle shirt, but I don't have the muscles and apparently don't have the shirt either. And I'm playing not a hunter, actually. I'm just the random custodian currently who is there at the museum working and gets caught up in all this fucking bullshit, and we'll see what happens.
Great.
Oh, my name is also Peter House, in reference to another person who went by House Peters Jr. I wear white shirt and white pants.
Yeah, that's good. And hello, James.
Which one?
The one that's labeled as James on the stream.
Oh yeah, that's probably me. Hello there. Hi there, I'm James. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me either here or sometimes over on Precarious's channel playing some games over there. But today I am going to be playing the Augustus Reed, the Defender, a prepper who's come out of his stronghold to bring war to the beasts of the night. Yeah, I think combined with Christine's character, there's little hope for this place. I've got guns and stuff too.
We're gonna fuck their shit up.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're gonna blow shit up, and I'm gonna hold the door shut so nothing gets out.
And I'm gonna clean up the mess because
Teamwork.
fuck all of you.
Like you'll be alive to do that.
Good. Yeah, anything else you want to add there, James? Or
no, I think that'll do it for now. Yeah.
Cool. And Trazelta, last but not least, our newbie to World of Darkness and Hunter.
And all the things. Hi, I'm Traz. I use he, him pronouns. You can usually find me lurking around here, or I also play on Precarious's channel. So I'm playing Statera, the judge, whose whole job is to keep balance between monsters and humans, and considering the group, I have my work cut out for me. I'm concerned.
I have zero concerns. It's great. Yeah, so that's our crew for tonight. And so as has been mentioned a couple of times, this game is taking place mostly in a museum, but I'm basing it in a World of Darkness version of Victoria, and therefore a World of Darkness version of the Royal BC Museum. But I promise that everything is only based on reality and not actually reality, and I'm not spilling any state secrets or talking about real people, not at all. Anyway, let us get going. Let me find my notes here and have a drink of my Monster Energy drink, because I'm thematic like that.
I've already had like 3 cups of espresso.
I only have rock stars. Because I'm a fucking rock star.
More monsters.
I had 3 shots of espresso for the ward this morning. My character was a caffeine addict, so I just kept filling my coffee cup. I'm still really tired though.
Fair. Well, luckily for this, I just need you to bring the chaos and I'll handle everything else. So.
All right.
Yeah.
I can make tens go boom.
Yeah. So just before we get started, I know we were chatting a little bit about kind of who knows each other, whether or not you've worked together before and stuff like that. And I know kind of Augustus and Statera and Gary might have kind of a previous working relationship. Jenna, I'm not sure if you were working in on that or if you're just kind of a lone wolf, just doing your thing.
I think we're basically just going with lone wolf. I will potentially join up with people as long as they don't restrict me from what I want to do. I figure I work up in the Bay Center, just up the street from the Royal PC Museum. I'm just a retail drone that is really tired of dealing with what other people want.
Yeah. Jenna, you like toys, right?
Pardon me?
If by toys you mean things that go boom, yes.
Yes. We could definitely have a business relationship because I need to make money somehow, and that's how my part of how my community does
stuff.
it. I sell you stuff.
Very well stocked.
Yes.
Amateur level arsenal. With
okay, awesome. I've got an extensive one as well. We have so many guns.
Fantastic.
Because I think the next level, the 4th level, was like you could have like SWAT
I've got level 4
gear.
Yeah.
So level 3, you could have like night vision. You could probably have someone like
sniper rifles and.
Well, like what the hell's the word for it? They have them down in the States. They have all those like tactical like second. It's army sell-off surplus.
Yeah, so army surplus. Yes.
Yeah. You can have that sort of gear.
Yeah.
At level 3.
Yeah.
And you can have a fairly good stocked amount of like guns and things that go boom and long guns and
absolutely,
which might not be the easiest to wander around Victoria with.
Well,
no, that's half the fun.
that is half the fun.
We used to have one.
Yeah, I'm relaxing the like rules on ability to get stuff, but yeah, once you have it, you might find it a little difficult to cart it around.
You know what? I figure she has like a hot pink and black gym bag.
Nice.
Nobody will give a second thought to a slim girl with a hot pink gym bag and think, "Oh, there's guns in there."
This is true. Yep.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
So
I've got like a pickup truck with a tarp.
Gym bag.
Yeah. All right. So let's begin. It's a wet, miserable day in November, much like today. Just wet, miserable. It's so gray that you'd swear the sun had already set, but it's really just barely noon. That's how dark it is in the sky. So just starting with all of our actual hunters and not our hunter to be, just what kind of things are you doing in a usual day? I know some of you aren't familiar with the concept of the HunterNet, but that's kind of where that's the forums that hunters communicate online with and talk to each other, which you may or may not kind of survey, but you're welcome to. Just what's your kind of normal day look like?
Who wants to go first?
Sure. I mean, I figure this is probably one of Jenna's days off, and she spends those days looking after her gear and kind of cruising, looking for signs and stuff like that, and keeping an eye out and preparing to bring the fight to them.
Okay, cool. How about you? Yeah. Augustus.
Yeah, sure. What would Augustus be doing? Augustus would be out at his he's got like a rural compound going on, like off the beaten track down like a logging road, and with a couple of pop-up buildings and a makeshift wall around it. There's probably a shooting range. He's got like a half dozen friends like over, and they're like drinking beer and putting rounds into like a makeshift shooting range. Probably making deals, right? Like if selling hardware here and there that they've probably smuggled up across the border on like a boat. So they have this like they're just running smuggling across the border. That's just how they do their stuff. He's very much like stay at home, right? Like, they've got like the pirate radio station that they have that's connected out, and probably bringing in signal for like HunterNet if they can find it.
Sure.
And like they've got guys like sitting in hidden watchtowers, like the hunter blinds, up in the trees and stuff like that, keeping an eye out, ever keen. They're always coming for us. Monsters are coming.
That is a fair point. How about you, Gary?
Gary sold his soul to the Coffee Devil years ago. He's the manager at a small museum kiosk, and in this day and age, no one ever shows up to their shifts. So Gary's usually working 2.5 shifts most days of the week, trying to hold back his endless contempt of the entire world by being overly friendly with everybody. Hi, how you doing today? You don't mind if you just lift up your cups there while I clean the counter, do you? That'd be great. Which is his way of saying, screw you. Hope you die. And
I've heard that a lot.
And then he goes and spends his weekends as professional human furniture at a local BDSM club where all sorts of leather daddies / mommies get to sit on either him or one of his other fellow furnitures, and occasionally gets to clean shoes with his base. So
fantastic. What was I? Oh, and the coffee kiosk is Luna Coffee, is it not?
Yes, but the sign fell down, so we just kind of have it half taped up there right now, and we occasionally have to get like a piece of cardboard from the boxes and like just write Luna Coffee up there. But we need a new sign, but the sign company in town is the worst.
That's fair, yeah. And Statera, what's your normal day like?
Usually during the day, he's an accountant. A lot of times works from home, but he'll occasionally go to businesses, do audits, make sure nothing shady is going on, no one's invading anything and such. By keeping an eye out for anything that needs to be fixed, that he'll personally take care of on his night job.
Fair enough. And Peter will get to you in a little bit, I promise. You're going to hang out for a bit.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. So yeah, do any of you normally frequent HunterNet or just kind of check it from time to time? Augustus, yeah?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're on there all the time. We
Cool.
get reports. Yeah, and we
Fair. Yeah, so actually on this day, a report has come in. It's more of a rumor. They're not really sure what's going on, but there's a rumor that there's vampires that are working their way up from Seattle, just like stealing stuff, and they're worried that they're going to be targeting the museum because there's a rumor of a like giant gold coin there.
those damn leeches.
Yeah. So
they're always getting their fangs into everything.
Yeah. So it's just a rumor, but it might be something that you're wanting to look into so that you can take out this group. They're not a local group. You're pretty sure most of the vampires in this area seem to lay low. There's a significant number of
better.
Yeah, there's a significant number of hunters here, so even if they are here, they seem to be pretty quiet about it right now, but this group has apparently been making some noise. And they're about to come to town.
I got one question for you. This giant gold coin.
Yeah.
This is worth something, right?
Yeah, it's probably worth a good deal of money, maybe like $1 million or more, just like in solid gold. It's supposed to be.
It might be a good idea.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
It might be a good idea for us to liberate the coin before the vampires get there. That might be a good idea.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Put that one in the burner. Maybe.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like there's, in theory, like an exhibit on the BC Gold Rush happening at some point, but they're not really sure when. So that might be in storage. But yeah. Do you do any do you reach out to any of your contacts or anything like that?
Yeah, sure. If there's vampires coming into town, everybody needs warning, right? Like, I mean, most of these other hunter types, they're not going to survive the real apocalypse when it happens, not like us, right. But, they can do some damage, right? That's what we're looking for. We want them to die valiantly so the real survivors can kind of pick things up afterwards. So yeah, I'll give them a call.
Sure, yeah. Who you calling first?
Ooh, well, there's someone coming up. I'd probably call Jenna out of all these ones. I know she's not going to stop. She's going to start sniffing around like crazy, and then I'll just follow the fire to wherever they are and clean up the mess. So yeah, I'd give Jenna a call here first.
All right. You can go ahead and call her then.
Ring, 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 ring.
Yo.
So like the signal's gonna come in fuzzy because it's like from a sat phone, so we can scramble this.
And actually, Jenna, what's Augustus's name in your phone? Do you have a name for him, or is he just Augustus? Or just not anything? Maybe not in your contacts.
I think maybe just even AR.
Okay.
Just so like something that I could recognize, but nobody could know for sure what it was.
Fair enough. Can't lead back.
Though, if you have do you actually have a number, or do you always have a burner? Because then I wouldn't have you at all.
Oh, it would probably be it would probably I imagine we would have it as a very one-sided thing, so I would call you.
Okay.
Not you. Yeah, so you're like random
actually,
number, and
I do
it's
not
gonna have some.
you in there then.
Yeah, probably not, because we probably like bounce it off of whatever. We try to scramble it as much as we could. So yeah, you'd get it as some sort of random number.
She just has like a shitty flip phone. She doesn't actually use like a smartphone.
Just a good old Nokia.
Yep.
A Nokia should not break with cleave power. I should just say it.
Fair.
Yeah, I'd give it that.
Anyway, so
Yo, who's this?
Hey, Pink, how's it going?
What have I told you about calling me that fucking name?
Yeah, it's applicable. You're the only one who I know who walks around with that pink sports bag. I think it's very fetching.
No cop looks in it, so.
Right? Yeah, I guess you don't have that problem. You can talk your way out of anything, I imagine.
I mean, for the most part, they don't pull me over. I'm white and female and short.
Yeah. That's nuts.
What's up?
Yeah. Anyway, I just got some word. There's a whole new clique of those leeches coming into town. Word
really?
is,
I thought they knew better.
I know, right? It's okay. We're gonna educate them. Anyway, it sounds like they're going to the big museum downtown. Yeah, apparently there's some giant ass gold coin there, and they want it. And I say, we're not gonna let them have it.
Well, of course not.
Right? All right.
They're not allowed to take stuff.
So you'd be down for a little adventure?
They either run away or they don't leave.
Yeah. Well, that's I kind of lean towards the latter, so let's see if we can make that happen. Anyway, I figured I'd call some of the others around, see if I can put together a little posse. Go down there.
You're gonna come in as well?
Yeah, for something like this. Yeah, I'll come in. I'll have the boys on backup though.
All right.
Anyway, let me call around. I'll give you a ring back with a location.
All right, I'll go have a walk around. Maybe go in the museum.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll be there soon.
She'll just hang up.
Yeah. No goodbyes. Not between us.
Okay.
But yeah, he'd probably make his rounds. If he knows these other guys, he'll give them a ring too.
Sure. Yeah. What sort of details do you tell them? I mean, you can have the conversations if you'd like.
Sure, I'll give him a ring. Saturna, Statera. So I'll probably just ring him up. Just bring.
You're on mute.
Might help if I unmute myself.
Yeah.
We probably got like unknown number. Pick it up. Hello?
Hey, Stats, is that you?
Oh, hey. What's up? You usually don't call unless you need something.
Oh, I'm not calling because I need something. I'm calling because we got some work to do, and you're going to help us. There's a thing going down at the museum, and well, I guess you're approximately competent. So we're going to. I want you to come along and give us a hand.
All right. What are we hunting?
Leeches. A whole horde of leeches. Their blood-sucking bastards are all over the place. And they're all after some sort of coin thing.
Are they local? They've been pretty quiet lately.
Oh, no, these are Seattle bastards.
Oh, great.
We're going to give them the old Victorian welcome.
Oh, indeed. All right. Yeah, I can help.
All right. Get your ass down towards the museum. I'll give you a call when we get down. You know, the big ass museum.
Oh yes, isn't that the one with the really banged up coffee shop in it?
I don't know. I've never been there. I drink coffee from a coffee shop. Do you have any idea how many chemicals they put in that?
Yeah, I don't drink the stuff.
Yeah, good. Next thing you know, you'll have radiographic tracer in your blood, and you'll never get able to get it out. Anyway, get down there. I'll give you a call once I got everything arranged.
All right. I'll see you there.
Hang up mid-sentence.
Oh yeah, totally.
Typical.
And then I'd ring up Singer, I guess.
I'm assuming it's a random number.
Oh yeah, yep, totally. It's a different number every time.
Okay, so Gary's just immediately going to answer the phone. Is this you, Stuart? I don't care. I don't know what your excuses are, but if you're not here at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, I swear I have people I know that will come down there and spank your saucy little hiney until
at this point, Augustus is just going to take his pistol out and go bang right over the front of the phone.
Stuart?
No, this is not Stuart. This is Augustus Reed.
Oh. Wait, are you phoning for Stuart? Is Stuart not coming in tomorrow morning?
No, shit stain, I'm calling for you.
Oh. Hi. I know who you are. Never mind.
Yeah, that's right.
Hang on, just a second. And Gary goes into his little office, all cluttered with boxes and cups and stuff, and closes the door. What? You're not supposed to be calling me during business hours.
I don't give a two shits about your business hours. I don't even know where you work.
Okay, yeah, right. We're not supposed to talk about it. What do you want?
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk. Anyway, I need some bodies to throw in the way of some shit, and you roughly qualify as that. So I'm calling in that favor I have on you.
Did Zipper Monster call you? Because Zipper Monster, he gives me out at an hourly rate. I'm usually either an end table or
listen, get to the museum, stick around there. I'm going to give you a call. We're going to go kill some monsters.
I'm at the museum. I'm always at the museum.
Why are you at the museum?
I work here. Wait, we're not supposed to talk about it. Okay, I'm
here.
Did I
tell you I don't give a shit where you work?
I get that, but if you want me here, I'm always here. Just come down
Great.
here.
Stay there. The problem's coming to you.
What? Okay.
Click. Oh. Okay.
I love Augustus. So good.
And then I'm going to go load up a truck.
Cool. Okay.
The battle wagon awaits.
Yeah. Now that all of you have heard this lovely information from our friend Augustus, does anybody do any sort of investigation or prepping or whatever on your way down? Let's hit all of that up.
I am immediately on the computer, typing in all this shadowy information. I have it hidden in my bookmarks, which is probably really dangerous because it's usually open on my computer at all times. So
fair.
Look up things in museum that will be shady. He said shit.
All right. Do you want to give me let's say an intelligence and investigation roll? With that set of search phrases, let's call that a difficulty of 8.
Oh, well, then I'm in serious trouble. So, let's see, 1, 2, and investigation. Oh, so I'm rolling 2 dice here. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Just one success though.
Oh, okay. Oh, and yeah, as a reminder, ones subtract from successes, but you don't botch unless you have 0 successes and then ones. So standard old world there. But you got a success. Yeah, you pull up like a lot of information on fictional museum heists and how they're they're usually run in movies and things like that. So you've got people talking their way into areas they're not supposed to be, and how generally those museum heists work in film.
Oh, this is perfect. I'm going to start printing these out right now. I could probably
Fantastic.
hand these out to the others. Start printing them out.
Perfect. Does the coffee shop have its own printer, or are you using one of the museum's printers in the back?
Oh yeah, no, it goes immediately to the security desk, like across the hallway. So
yeah, absolutely. Do you run over there to grab your printouts, or just are you busy with customers as they start to come in?
No, they're fine. They're just they can stand in line. I'll just put up the little cardboard thing that says "Be right back, 5 minutes."
Okay, so as you hit print, you look out to the front of your kiosk, and you see there's about a 3 or 4 person line, and the guy in front is just kind of tapping the table. And you go out, just put out the "Be back in 5 minutes" sign immediately in front of him, and walk off towards the security desk.
I'll be right back. I paperwork. I gotta do paperwork.
Come on, man! I just need my coffee. Can you just? It's just a black coffee. Can you just fucking make it?
Yeah, it's brewing. I'll be right back. Paperwork. I gotta take care of paperwork. You know how it is.
Fine. Fuck. And you head off over to the security desk, where you see there's the I didn't make up names for these security guards because they're going to be gone by the time the rest of the stuff happens. So we're going to go with James is sitting at the desk right now. And yeah, so many Jameses. And is just kind of watching the bank of computers that show the different security cameras. But he's the only one at the desk right now.
I will lean on the desk. Hi, James. What's on the game today? Anything good? Can you grab my printouts? They're printing out over there.
Oh yeah, sure, man. Just kind of half-mindedly like reaches across and grabs the printouts and then rolls his chair over and hands them to you without really taking his eyes off the screen. He's like, "There's some crazy bitch on the 3rd floor just screaming."
Cool. That sounds really cool.
Yeah,
I got a customer.
Ashley to deal with it.
That's awesome. I'm gonna go take care of my customer.
He just kind of is still mumble talking as you head back.
Okay, bye. And I'll head back, get the customer's coffee, and then go and start organizing paperwork in my desk.
Sure. Yeah. All right. And yeah. So moving on to the rest of you. Anything else anybody's doing in particular?
Yeah, I think the tarot would want to look more into the coin, find out what the worst, and maybe what the vampires are trying to fund for that kind of money.
Okay. Yeah, you give me a intelligence and investigation roll yourself.
With difficulty?
Let's say 6 for that one, because you're not looking with obscure search terms.
Let's see, that's 2 successes and a 1. So 1 success?
Cool. Yeah, you find the details on the fact that it's going to be it's up in the temporary exhibit is going to be an exhibit on the BC Gold Rush, and this gold coin is kind of their one of their highlights. You find out that they're planning on having some extra security guards to cover specifically that, as well as the rest of the temporary exhibit while it's here. Can't really find. I'm getting feedback from somewhere. Where am I hearing that? That might be it. Thank you. So yeah, you also find that, or you can't find specifically that this gold coin is currently in the museum. It's kind of a rumor that it's already there, but as you probably expect, they want to keep something like that a little on the down low, just to, be secure about it. So you can't really tell where it's going to be, or even how much it is. They're being very, very circumspect about that sort of thing.
All right, you'll make note of that information and get ready to head down there.
Cool. Anything else from Augustus or Jenna? Yeah, Augustus.
Yes, Augustus is going to go over to his files, and he's going to check in to see what the collected data he has on bloodsuckers and arrange his arsenal appropriately. I'm not sure how actual quality this research is going to be, so we might be throwing really weird shit at these vampires, but we've basically scrounged for every single scrap of stuff that might indicate that they are particularly effective against them.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want like into an investigation to see how crappy our research is.
Let's start with that.
It's probably not great, but it will have been dedicated and thorough as much as we could.
Mm-hmm,
but
absolutely.
We're idiots. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So difficulty?
For this, let's just go a standard of 6.
Okay.
And it might, whatever you get might affect what you get from that.
Do ones take away?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, -1. I got 1, 1, 8, 4.
Okay, so you still got a success. I mean, you got like a success that got then taken away, so you didn't botch.
Yeah, indeed, I did not botch.
You just failed. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure that that vampires are repulsed by garlic.
Okay.
And you think that silver bullets might do something special?
Okay. Also, I'll probably pack some silver bullets if I might. I have like I've started loading, like I've got like makeshift homemade hand grenades with homeopathic remedies put into them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So because those are rumored to be highly effective, and probably some sort of like strobe light with like a red gel across the front of it, which is supposed to blind and confuse them and turn them against each other.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's probably and then just basically a couple of like military style like boxes piled in the back with just guns and ammo and explosives and all sort, and like the body armor's coming on underneath, and there's a riot shield in there. I know we'll need a riot shield at some point.
And Jenna.
I think Jenna is actually going to slowly work her way down to the museum, and I feel like, based on my own experiences, she probably has a friend in security.
Okay, sure.
And she's gonna see about getting a little like hand stamp to get in the museum for free, and just go wander around and see if she can sniff anything out. Also, having known previous people, she probably knows a little bit about where the hidden alarms are.
Okay.
And all that sort of thing. And gonna see if she can figure out a way to hide so that she's there after hours.
Fantastic. So yeah,
she's gonna see if she can finagle that.
Yeah. You head down, and your friend Steve is working at the base of the elevator, actually. And he waves as you walk in.
She's just gonna go over, hang out for a bit, and just ask if he minds, because it's a gray, awful day, and she just doesn't want to be home today on her day off. She'd like to hang out.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. I'm almost glad to be working. Yeah, here, give me your hand.
Awesome, thank you.
And he'll just stamp it. And if you want, I can get you into the IMAX movie later. They're running the new. They're running Avengers Endgame again. But it's like so late in its run that it's probably going to be a very quiet crowd, so I can probably get you in.
All right. Sounds great. I'll come find you.
Yeah, it starts at 7. And I was planning on possibly going to see it. We'll see how. I'm supposed to be off at,
as long as the crazies don't attack.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, go enjoy. The temporary exhibit's closed right now because they're rebuilding it, but everything else is open.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah.
I might find a corner up by that kind of mezzanine by the escalator where it just looks out over the harbor.
Nice. Yeah.
Also,
as you walked into the lobby, you noticed that because it's winter, they have brought in John Lennon's car. That's just hanging out in the main lobby there, bright yellow hippie mobile.
Awesome.
And they only bring that out in the winter because it doesn't get as much sunshine and fading. So yay.
Fair.
Yeah.
With all those windows.
Pretty much. Yeah. So for those who aren't familiar with the Royal BC Museum, there's the lobby with this car in it and the ticket booths, and an escalator that goes up to the second floor. There's also the third floor. On the main floor, you have your gift shop, your coffee kiosk, your security booth, some offices in the back, and the IMAX area with the concession stand and gift shop. And then on second floor, you've got your temp exhibit and your natural history with the mammoth and all of those cool things. Third floor is First Peoples exhibit with their living languages section, and then Becoming BC, I believe, is the other section, which they are now apparently about to change. But for now, it's still there with its cobblestone streets and everything. So do you kind of go look around and find all those hidden spots you're thinking of? And
yes. I think she'll go and do the slow wander through all the exhibits a couple times. Like clearly the board, it's a gray, cloudy day. It's not particularly busy, so they're probably not going to care that she keeps wandering through the same exhibits a few times.
No, basically, so long as the people are out by 5 when they close, they don't really care how long you stay in there, and as long as you don't bring drinks and food upstairs.
Yeah.
You run into like a couple of the security guards who in passing, just because you all kind of work the same stuff, and the company that works at the museum also works at the Bay Center, and so some people pull different double shifts and work in both places. So they, will say hi, shoot the shit for a little bit.
I'll ask where the mouse is if they've seen it yet.
Yeah. Ashley just is like, no, I can't find it. It's just, it's somewhere in Becoming BC, but
has the museum crew managed to pull one over on security?
Yeah, maybe I haven't had enough time looking through there. I mean, most of the time when I get up here, I'm dealing with, the crazy people.
Fair.
There's just this woman screaming about, I don't even know anymore, but just, screaming
all the
about
makeout spots as well.
Or something. I stopped listening after a while and just let her rant until I could get her to calm down and leave.
Fair.
But I think one of the other guards might have pissed her off by asking her not to eat a banana up here, and
ugh, Karens.
Right? They're everywhere, and I do not understand it. So entitled. Anyways, I gotta get running.
No worries.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep poking around because nothing else to do here. So yeah, gray and cloudy.
So. Absolutely. Well, stop by, say bye before you leave.
Will do.
And she'll wander off, and you'll just keep poking around, and yeah, you know where most of the alarms are. You see, as you wander through the second floor, you see a kid scrambling up to go take a picture with the mammoth and set off an alarm, which brings a security guard, not running, but just kind of ambling slowly, because this happens 3,000 times a day. And they ask the kid to come down, and the kid doesn't want to come down, and the parent doesn't want to make them come down.
I gotta ask, is Mickey staring at James's pizza? If I can just see this head coming in the corner looking down intently.
No, he's doing that cat thing where he debates whether he's going to sit on my lap or not. He's decided not. The pizza's on the other side. It's okay. It's safe, at least for the moment.
Fair enough. Yeah, so you just keep wandering around and note all of those areas. You do know that there's a couple of ways you could probably stay in here after hours. One of them is if you can manage to get either into Fannin Tower, which is I think it's 12-story building that's directly attached. If you can kind of sneak in there, maybe behind someone with a key card, or steal a key card, you could hang out in there, and you'd have a good chance of not getting caught. You could hang out in the IMAX theater.
Stealth, so I'm at least passable at it. I mean, my hot pink bag probably doesn't help a huge amount, but I might try and stash that somewhere that maybe I wouldn't fit, that they wouldn't look.
Fair, yeah. The IMAX will be open until 11, but it's generally closed off from the main area. But you could always hang out in there until a bit later. Because it's November, the sun sets fairly early, so you're not sure if the vampires are coming tonight, what time they might show up. They might come, early enough to get into these areas by themselves and hang out, or they might come quite late at night. I'm not entirely sure. And then or you can try and sweet talk your way into sticking around with the security guards or something, and just hang out after hours. But you got a couple options available.
All right.
You don't have to decide right now if you want to talk to the others when they kind of show up. But
I was thinking the other option might be to try and see if I could jimmy a lock on the space they're renovating.
Yeah, you could definitely try to do that.
If those doors aren't alarmed.
Yeah. Do you want to try that right now, or do you want to wait until right before closing?
Maybe right before closing, because hopefully less people on shift doing all the closing actions, etc. A bit distracted.
Yeah, fair. Okay. So the rest of you start to make your way towards the museum, and we're actually going to switch over to our friend here, who's hopefully seeing me in the Zoom window. Are you here yet, Peter? Peter, put your headphones back on. Peter, savior of us all. Someone send a message.
Sorry, I want to come in as blind as.
That's totally fair.
Judging from the Twitch chat, we got some vampires going on here, but that's all I know so far. And now I've been asking them for what does somebody who doesn't know about supernatural shit and is not interested in know about vampires, and I'm going with that.
Okay, cool.
Did Gary spill the beans already?
Gary, my love, the person who gives me energy.
But Peter, who brings me all my garbage bags.
Yep. So
match made in heaven.
Peter, as you're heading into your work shift, which is a little later in the afternoon, these folks have been doing their kind of investigations and collections of stuff.
I
And
don't know
so,
what they've been doing, and that's fine. They don't
Yep.
exist. They're not real people.
That's fine. But we're starting to get to kind of the start of your shift at the museum, which, you know, starts a little later in the afternoon so that you can clean a little bit first and then clean after people leave the museum and you're just left with the workers. So what does a normal day kind of look like for Peter?
Well, the very first thing I'm going to do is be upset that I'm awake. I don't like being conscious. And like most people who are grumpy and dissatisfied with their life. So I'm going to be really grumpy about being awake and not want to go to work. I'll slowly wait after maybe the 5th alarm to get up. And yes, there are more than 5 set, just in case. And get ready and try and have the responsibility of going to work. Because I need to pay for a place to sleep, which is the only important thing in my life. That and cleanliness. So Peter will then go to work. He'll make himself a coffee, not as good as the one Gary or anyone else who works at that kiosk can make. And the first thing he's going to try and do, and possibly the only reason why he shows up early for a shift, is to get the biggest, most caffeinated drink he can from that kiosk.
Fair. Okay. Do you like walk to work, take the bus, drive?
I would say he actually drives to work. He does take a passion in cleanliness. He does actually know a lot of chemistry and is very specific about cleaning chemicals and WMIS and safety things and standards that way. He knows a lot of little tricks about cleanliness for when, because I mean, this, let's be honest, like museums and educational kind of things like this are not funded as well as they should be. And so he knows where to cut corners. When it comes to cleanliness, he knows like the little tricks and trades of that. Like for instance, and note for anyone who's involved in like something like this, corners and any kind of where joints meet, focus on those. The rest of the floor people will overlook.
Yeah. Okay, so as you're kind of driving down down Douglas Street to get to work, you're just kind of, you fiddle with the radio a little bit. It's making some weird static, and you'd rather have something that is actually pleasant to listen to right before you have to go to the soul crushing job.
Let's do some Katy Perry. I'm into that right now.
Cool. So you turn and
maybe some I'm wide awake because I don't want to be.
Fair, yeah, that always helps you wake up, right? So as you're kind of turning the dials and trying to get it to play, you just kind of come across a bit of a news broadcast that where you know, you're hearing about the weather and how this storm is gonna, you know, the wind's gonna start picking up and there's a wind warning in effect for the next couple of days, and you know, people just need to stick with the rain. It's winter, folks. It's
Sorry,
winter.
There was a kitty.
It's winter in Victoria, folks. You know, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes unless it's November, in which case it's just raining all the time. And Peter House, you have to wake up. And then you turn the dial and and Katy Perry starts singing I Am Wide Awake.
Fuck, I need this coffee. And I will probably speed a little bit to get to work.
Okay, cool. Well, you find parking pretty much without issue. You actually managed to find, because it's late enough in the day, and you find one of the spots where you can actually kind of skirt the parking bylaw a little bit. So you can park there for the maximum amount of hours, and then it's free after that. So, and surprisingly pretty close to work, which is a nice little bonus today, because you can walk quickly from there and get your coffee even faster.
Oh, I'm excited. Today's going so good already.
Yeah, right? And as you kind of walk down, you walk past the the couple of outbuildings that the museum has, and the totem poles there. And you walk down and you get to the wooden side doors where most of the staff come in. And it's still open because, of course, the museum is still open for business right now. And as you go to reach for the handle, you actually look kind of down the way, and you notice the like the color red, just kind of down on one of the further doors.
Oh well, you know, red's the color that attracts the human eye the most. Like, that's not abnormal. That's fine. I'll keep going in.
Cool. Yeah. So you head on in, and the kiosk is right there.
Is it Gary that's working?
Absolutely, it is. He is alone.
Okay, Gary.
Gary probably turns around holding like a super large frappuccino quadruple espresso with like freshly shaved hazelnut on about 3 inches of foam on top, and plants it down. It's like, it must be the start of shift. Yes, my timing's perfect as always.
Oh,
I'm
I
Mr.
could not
House.
live without you. I could not live without you. Thank you so much. And like, you know what? You know, I don't have any money, but I'm gonna take
No.
half again as much of the drink.
No, you know how it works. You just do favors for me. And speaking of favors, I got you this, and put a little cup up there. I scraped all the gum off of the bottom of all the tables, so you don't have to do it later. But consider it a tip.
You are a fluffing angel, a fucking angel. Do you know that?
I've been told that a couple times before.
I appreciate your attention to detail in helping keep this place more sanitary for everyone.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I'm getting low on garbage bags. Apparently,
I'm on it.
Keep getting used up. So if you can get me
we'll
like
get you some more, and since you're doing that, like, what are you using to scrape them off? The gum.
I just stir sticks.
All right, no, I'll get you a proper putty knife. They won't notice if something goes missing. I think this is government funded or something like that. I'll get you a proper putty knife, and it'll make it easier for you for next time.
Oh, really? It's like getting me my own little present. It's like, what is this, our anniversary? This is awesome.
How many years has it been? I think I had hair when I started working here, but I've already lost it by the time you did, I think.
I don't remember.
That was only about a year after working here, so don't worry about it.
I've only been here like 4 years, so
Gotcha.
So maybe 4 years?
Well, you just let me know if you need anything else, okay? Because you doing this kind of stuff makes my job easier.
I'm here to please.
And you succeed.
You have yourself a good day. Don't work too hard.
Working hard, hardly working. Hard to tell the difference sometimes.
You are so funny. You are the best. You should hurry up though, because you need to clock in.
Right. Thank you. And I'm gonna get going. And as I'm leaving and turn away from Gary, I'm like, he is so good at his job. Man, I like that man.
All right, and you head on over to the security booth. They're also doing a shift change, so you got to wait a minute or so for them to get your keys to you. James and Ashley are off for the day, and Tim and Ashlyn are on. Because Ashlyn and Ashley are very common names.
How long have they been working here? Not long enough. That's how long.
Yeah, exactly. And Ashlyn swipes your keys and says, "Good to see you, Peter. Just so you know, your manager's not in yet, but there was some graffiti spotted by the other team, just kind of outside, just out past the doors. If you could take a look at it."
Was that the red shit?
Yeah, it's some weird gang tag or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna just stand right there in the way of everyone else, as is the way of my people, and drink a large sip of my amazingly made drink, and then just like a big sigh after that, and be like, all right, I'll clock in early and take care of it.
Thank you. It's really appreciated. And they start swiping keys for the couple of cleaners coming in behind you and a couple of other people who are leaving work early and stuff like that. And you know that you can generally take your stuff up to the employee break room, and anything you need to leave up there. There is a locked cupboard for you that you can leave stuff in, and then you can go. Your manager is kind of coming in behind you. See your manager back at the coffee. He is also getting a giant coffee, because of course. Your manager's name is Sam. She's great, actually. She's like one of the better managers you've had. Actually seems to know what she's talking about, which is rare.
No comment, but
yeah. Mark and Aaron are the other two folks on your cleaning team tonight. They're okay. Mark's really new at this, so he's been getting a lot of help with the work, but Aaron's pretty solid.
So Mark needs help?
Yeah.
Okay. I probably spend more time than I should just keeping an eye and double checking Mark's work and giving him helpful pointers.
Absolutely. So you clock in. There's a timesheet that you sign as part of this as well. You get clocked in when they swipe your card, but they also want you to fill out this timesheet. So, just all the paperwork. You hate it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not the best, but I'm wearing a tight white muscle shirt with tight white pants, and I'm gonna get all of my stuff, and I'm gonna go over to wherever this graffiti was and like kind of shake it as I clean it.
Fantastic. So you go out, and the graffiti on the wall is it's something weird that you haven't actually seen in all of the years you've been removing graffiti and stuff before. You're used to the initials and the weird gang symbols, but this one's new, and it's just kind of this square with like a dot in the center.
Is there any kind of an intuition or any other kind of check I can make regarding this, or is that beyond my capabilities at this moment?
There is intuition in talents if you would like to roll, say, perception and intuition. If you don't have it, it's just a higher difficulty. But
Nope, I do actually.
Cool.
At this point, I would like to inform the other players of the custom flaw I have for no points, because it's going to make all of your lives difficult. I botch more easily. I have a custom flaw for no points where I take away 1 success from every roll I make, and that does count for the purposes of botching. So I will try and help to your detriment.
I didn't give any of the other players merits and flaws because it seemed like too much to have to deal with. And a lot of the merits and flaws in Hunter are very human-based and work better for longer-term games. But because Chris wanted to be imbued in-game, we settled on this fun little extra bit he gets to have.
I feel like Jenna might be... flaws could be something like hubris or arrogance. Overconfidence.
I just love the idea of like being able to botch more often and leave that in Jen's hand while I try and help the rest of you out, genuinely help the rest of you out and get in your way.
Yeah.
Even with that, I have 3 successes.
Nice. You get this odd tingling sensation on the back of your neck. This isn't normal. You're not sure what it is, but it's something weird.
Maybe there's fucking kids do some sort of a new gang or something like this.
Yeah.
I need another coffee.
But yeah, you managed to clean up the graffiti, go get another coffee. Back to Gary, who's still there.
I'll bring Gary a putty knife as promised.
Yeah. Gary, your evening shift has called out too. There's just no one wants to work anymore. Especially not for like $8 an hour.
Brenda, I don't care if your sister's in town and she's got some sort of terminal disease. I don't like. I've been on like 3 shifts already. Like, I'm working on 6 hours of sleep. No, that's fine. Yeah, okay. I'll see you next Thursday on your usual shift. Okay,
I'll give Gary a break and not go up for another coffee after overhearing this.
You walk in and you hear this at the kiosk and you just keep walking.
No, I'll just put the putty knife on the table and then keep walking.
Cool.
You turn around and see the putty knife and just kind of give out a little smile, and then put it into his pocket.
Nice. And yeah, you just kind of continue your workday, Peter, and Gary for that matter, because Gary, your workday is never ending, and you are kind of glad, but also kind of not glad about that. So, as you see fit.
I live to serve.
Yeah. For anyone who does overhear his conversations with other employees, it seems like they all know that Gary's a bit of a pushover when it comes to people calling off shifts. So he'll just always cover, and they know that. Yeah, poor Gary.
I like Gary and Peter. They're
great.
They're adorable.
Everyone's great. But yeah, so Jenna, you're still wandering around upstairs. There's still a couple of hours till the museum actually closes, so you camp out in one spot for a little bit and then maybe move along so it doesn't look like you're loitering or anything. But Augustus and Statera, how do you pronounce that again, Traz? I forget. Statera. Okay. You two, you finish your prep work and collecting all of the guns, and then roll up on the museum. What's up, Peter?
So wait, are people within this group possibly trying to hide out after the museum closes?
Quite possibly.
The museum? I would love, especially since I'm wandering around cleaning up shit, to try to notice them and kick them out.
When we get to that point, we will see what happens, but definitely. But yeah. Go ahead.
Do you want to go first, or shall I?
Either or. You probably got there before me.
Fair enough. So Augustus would probably he would head out a little bit on the early side because he has some stopovers he wants to make as he's approaching. Because especially as a defender, forewarned and foreprepared is the way of life. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop at various places around town, and I'm going to leave little presents just in case I need a distraction. For example, simulators that sound like gunshots when I press a button on my phone, or something that bursts into fire to set fire to a boat or something nearby, just enough that I can absolutely cause chaos around town. And I'll just be like doot 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 before I actually arrive at the actual place. At which point I will kind of drive around the place and scout it out, trying to find some place that's quiet and dark with a bit of a parking lot nearby where I can kind of head over to one of the doors or something like that, like a loading area or something like that.
Sure. Yeah, there's a loading area. It's kind of towards the front. There's like 2 parking spots there, but only one of them's filled right now. It is a place that, your vehicle might get questioned about, but you might also just get away with leaving it there. So.
Okay. I will probably take a peek around and see if there's any cameras or anything like that watching this area.
Not where the parking spots are. You can spot one a little bit further down the ramp that leads to the gate that's like the loading area bit. There's one down there, but it doesn't catch the parking lot or the little 2 spots.
Okay, so I'm in a pretty good spot for right now. That sounds fine. I will probably go get out of my truck, go around to the back, and like open up the tarp that's there, and like get my like camping pack, because I've got like a full size camping pack, and I'll be like shoving items into it, and so this thing's gonna look quite bulky, but I'll be able to carry a lot of weight. And at which point, as I'm kind of loading that, I'm going to probably dial Jenna on my sat phone again.
Cool. I will point out for the two of you who have major points in Arsenal, if you think you'll have something, you probably do. Just let me know.
Awesome.
So yeah, you give Jenna a call.
Bring, bring.
Jenna.
What?
Hey, how's it going? You in the museum?
Yes.
You okay?
Trying to be unavoided and now having to talk.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Can you like open up like a fire door or something like that for me? I just want to get inside. I don't want to have to deal with all the security shit out front.
I mean, they're all alarmed.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Like.
All right.
And Cameron.
Were there any those metal detectors or anything out front? He has never been here before.
For like a moment.
he just
as he tries to like. What? This is Victoria.
Oh, it's supposed to be a big fucking valuable coin.
No.
So that's a no. That's a no, right?
No.
All right, cool. I'm just going in the front then. And I'm just gonna pull on my camping backpack, which completely like it has like a rolled up, like it's got like a sleeping bag and stuff on top. You never know when you see a sleeping bag / body bag. And he's going to head over to the front, looking like some sort of camper guy. Yeah.
All right.
I'm walking.
I might not let you keep that, but.
So yeah, you walk in. You see the bright yellow John Lennon mobile out front. And off to one side, you see a couple of security guards in a booth, and in front of you, a bunch of lovely folks, getting tickets for people and talking. You see one of them clock you just as you walk in, just kind of like looks at you, but she doesn't do anything. It's more of a you have a giant bag, and they just kind of noticed. But
I will just look I will just look bored.
Sure. Yeah.
And I will wander over to get a ticket.
Fantastic. Yeah, you wait in line, and it's a pretty quick line because they're getting kind of close, not really towards the end of the day, but kind of close to it, and so fewer people are coming in at this point. But and they haven't the IMAX movie lineup hasn't started yet, so. Yeah, you get to the front and go up to lovely little lady who looks some Asian descent, and she's like, "How can I help you?"
Ticket?
Yeah, for the museum or for the movie?
You know what? Give me one of both. That's a good idea.
Sure. Would you like the 5 o'clock movie or the IMAX movie at 7? Museum closes at 5, but yeah.
We'll go with 7.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that for you. Would you like to store your bag in our coat check just while you wander the museum, and then you can grab it before?
Nah, it's cool. I want to do some sketches or something. I got stuff in there for that.
Fair. All right. She'll type on her computer a little bit and print off a couple of tickets and hand them to you.
Okay.
And ask for the money.
It's going to be like a pile of assorted change and stuff like that. Like it's just like bills that are just going to come out like in a fistful of them, and like.
Cool. Can you give me a perception and alertness check?
Ooh, perception and alertness.
Yeah, difficulty of 6, but let me know how many you get above 8 as well.
Okay. I've got 2 successes at above 8. I got
above
a pair
8?
of 10s,
cool.
And they rolled into nothing.
Fair. Awesome. Yeah, so as you start dumping out the change, you hear the kind of soft sigh of someone who has worked in retail for forever when they see a pile of change for a large amount of money. But she dutifully counts it out, and you pay the amount, and so she's happy and puts it away. As you're walking away, you can hear as she kind of leans over and goes to the person next to her, "Can you ask security to keep an eye on that guy? He says he's got sketch stuff in the bag, but it looks like he's sleeping out of it, and I'm just not sure."
Jen, I would like to point out that you just got a donation for $50 to make everyone's life harder except for Peter and Gary.
Yes.
It was for me. That's how I know you got it.
So I have to make everyone's life harder once, and then everyone's life except Peter and Gary's life harder again.
It said make it unexpectedly harder, unexpected harm for $50. So there you go.
Cool. I can do that. Yep. We're getting close to the actual monsters part, which is where I can start actually fulfilling some of these goals. So
Gary, thanks for the caffeine.
No problem.
I take care of my own.
No problem, Mr. House. I'll have more for you later. I know you don't like it sitting around for more than 20 minutes.
Man, this guy's good.
Right. But yeah. So Augustus, you can wander over to the escalator.
Yep, Augustus will go up, and he's basically going to start looking around for Jenna. He's not exactly subtle. He's just going to be like, just like literally he's walking around looking for her.
Fair. I'm going to handle Statera arriving, and then we can work that part out. So
I figured as much.
Yeah. Getting everyone into one place is always the hard part. If you don't start in a tavern, it just...
I barely succeeded last time.
Right. All right, Statera.
Yes.
you roll on up on the museum, unless you stop anywhere first and plant anything. But
no, I don't have all that arsenal. I tend to travel pretty light.
There. So yeah, get to the museum again. There's the car. There's the ticket booths. You can. Yeah. There's a movie starting at 7, and the museum closes at 5, which at this point is in about an hour.
Yeah, so Statera will go ahead and buy 2 tickets, kind of look around the museum for an hour, then wait for the movie.
Cool. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you easily get on up. Do you pay with change? If you don't,
no, I have bills. I don't have like small change. No, typical bills.
You get the same woman, and you just sense relief from her that there's like it's not change again. And you go up, and you're actually like close enough. So you arrived soon enough behind Augustus that you can actually spot his backpack kind of wandering up on the second floor as you hit the escalator.
Statera's kind of roll his eyes, going, "Yeah, he's not being watched right now."
It's a perfectly normal backpack. What are you talking about? People do this kind of shit all the time.
What's that? I'm going to take my glasses off and cast Discern to try to keep an eye on things.
Yeah. Can you remind me precisely how that works?
So I get hyper alertness to supernatural creatures, cannot be blinded if eyes are closed with utter darkness, even if my eyes are ripped out.
Yep.
I just roll perception and zeal with the difficulty of 6, and each success gives me 10 minutes.
Fantastic. Give me that roll.
So that's where I went. Oh god, that's a lot of dice. Hold on.
Does that cost conviction, or is that just like, no, I'm going to use this power?
I can use conviction to extend it, but I just use it.
That's amazing. That sounds awesome.
Hunter powers are broken. We're just
very.
You think we're defenseless humans? No. Oh gods, no.
No.
The weird shit.
I have built the NPCs for this to be terrifying, but I also expect you guys to have some successes with it because hunters are also terrifying, just in a different way.
And tens explode, right?
Pardon me?
Tens explode, right?
Yes, they do.
3 successes, so 30 minutes. I had 1-1.
Cool, nice. We'll call that like roughly till end of scene, and I'll just let you know when the scene changes.
All right. Yeah, so when he does this, his eyes go from a hazel to almost a pure white, depending on what's happening. They'll be looking. So he'll probably get some looks.
Yeah. Actually, since Augustus and Jenna are up there, might as well just give me just a perception and alertness check. And Peter, you can as well because you wandered up to some area.
And alertness, did
yes.
you say?
Yeah.
And sorry, did you want it from Augustus and Jenna as well, or?
Yeah, just to see that you notice that he has this on.
Yeah, difficulty 6 or?
Yeah, difficulty 6.
4.
Tens explode. Do we re-roll them or are they double?
You re-roll them. Yeah. 4 for Augustus?
4 for Augustus.
Nice. Yeah, you spot Statera like off the bat, and you notice that his eyes are just white. So you've seen this before.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it might have been a pistol.
3.
Yeah. 3 for Peter. Jenna, you get a perception and alertness roll.
Sorry, I thought that was him doing it.
Fair.
Okay, so it's perception and alertness.
Yeah, I'll get you in a minute, Peter.
And tens explode?
Yes, they do.
Okay, what was the difficulty?
6.
Awesome. Okay. That is 5.
Awesome. So yeah, you're up on the 3rd floor at this point. That's where your wandering has taken you, Jenna, and you kind of look down, just kind of over the escalators, and you spot Statera first, actually, because you see the white eyes, and you're like, wait, no, you kind of recognize the person. You've only worked with them like maybe once, and you did not get along terribly well that time, but maybe he's changed. You do know not supernatural, but definitely something. Yeah, not supernatural.
Kind of pushing that line.
It was a little too lovey-dovey with the supernatural, but
yeah. Has at least,
had some lines at least.
Yeah, and hasn't hindered you. That it didn't hinder you that one time you worked together. So, and then you immediately afterwards spot Augustus's giant bag, and you're like, yes.
God damn it, they're gonna watch him now.
And Peter, you're cleaning out.
This guy's fantastic.
Yeah, you're cleaning out some of the garbage cans up in the 3rd or the 2nd floor kind of mezzanine area, just outside the exhibits, and you look up, and there's this fairly well dressed gentleman just coming up the escalator with just white eyes.
Oh my god! What time is it right now? Is the museum closed?
Not yet. No, it's.
Oh my god! They let a poor blind man in here on his own, and he's lost his walker. All right, I'm gonna go up to him immediately and perform the best fucking customer service ever, and just be like, "Excuse me, sir. Like, I'm sorry. We're gonna take you back to like the front desk here, and we're gonna help make sure that we find your walker, and we're gonna like take care of you." And I'll just grab him by the arm and try to, while I'm talking, if he will allow me to, like take him back to the front desk and try and get them to deal with this problem, because I don't want no blind man walking into shit that I have to clean up later.
Absolutely, you can do that.
He's gonna kind of go, hey, no, they're contacts. It's fine.
Sorry, what?
Contacts.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3, 2.
Okay, you've only got about 15 minutes left, though, sir. Just, and I'm gonna keep an eye on this guy for a while, because, like, why would you wear contacts like that? What kind of a normal person would do that?
Yeah. Yeah, so Cetera, you are free to continue walking, and Augustus is
Conveniently, there
there.
will always be a mess around you that needs cleaning up.
Yes.
Arch an eyebrow going, okay? He's gonna go catch up with Augustus.
Security, like a couple of security guards just walk past as they're kind of changing their spots, and none of them seem to notice Augustus or Statera as they just kind of continue on their way. One of them goes and talks into the radio that that he's changing positions and where he is now. And Peter, as you kind of pass by the second one, the one who's not talking into his radio, you hear over it, and you can hear what the guy's saying, but over the radio, something different is coming. So maybe they're on just a different channel, or something like that. And you'll hear, "Stick close to that one." And then you'll hear, then the one who wasn't talking before will confirm their location change in the radio as well.
Well, I'll say to that one anyway. I was already doing that, and keep walking.
The guard will look at you confused.
I'll look at him confused-er.
You wanted to play visionary, damn it! Welcome to Visions.
I'm in denial right now.
I know. Also, for the record, Peter has patron 5, which is all of the visions.
All of the visions, all of the time. But I don't know about
that. Oh, you poor creature.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's the point of Peter.
Pretty much.
I think this is an ideal time for Jenna to try and find somewhere to not be found as they try and lock up.
Sure, yeah. So you were on the 3rd floor. The other 2 are on the 2nd.
She's also going to text the friend just saying, "Oh, hey, something came up and I had to go. Sorry." Sort of thing. So she's not looking for her.
Right. You get a text back that's like, "Oh, too bad. But hope you enjoyed your visit."
Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, and Statera, you have so far seen nothing with your discern. Everyone is mortal.
Good.
Just throwing that out there.
Is he able to see hunters with that?
I was just looking at that, and I don't think so.
It doesn't mention anything. It says supernatural creatures specifically.
Yeah.
How are hunters not supernatural?
They're not.
They're
We're
humans.
Not. Like, some of my powers will not work against hunters at all.
Yeah.
Yep. Second
Whereas
sight.
mine specifically work on hunters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, concerned. Very concerned.
Yeah. No, that's
concerned.
I think Jen and I get along okay. I don't think it'll be a problem.
You frightening girl.
I can make you go into rage.
Well, as soon as somebody fucks up and makes a mess out of me, I'm going to be raging.
All right, I'll help wind you up then and point you in the right direction.
Viciously mops up the blood.
Well, like shaking my ass while I'm doing it, like that gif.
Yeah.
I like to think that Peter will be able to do like the combat moves, like, I think it was in a comic or an animated or something, where the broom mop thing wraps around somebody's head and just starts plunging the character's head.
I'm trying to remember where that was from now. I know what you're talking about.
Thing?
Specifically, the only combat skill Peter has is dodge. Because I want this to be a clusterfuck when he...
I feel like at some point, you could manage that, where you're attacking with one of those string mops and just wraps around the face, because those suckers are heavy enough and big enough.
He does have a lot of willpower, though.
Yeah. You had to put those points somewhere, right? Which is great because those can be used for auto successes, but then you also get to subtract a success from every roll. So
when I want to not botch, I use willpower. When I'm willing to risk it, it's every roll.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if anybody wants to buy me more willpower.
Yes.
Conviction would be nice too. Just saying.
Also true. Yeah.
Don't
So
forget, Jen.
Conviction.
Don't forget, Jen. Make everyone's life more difficult except for Gary and Peter.
This is true. Yeah, conviction can be used for those who don't know. You can risk it, as in gamble it, for when you do rolls to activate edges, which add dice to your rolls. And if you succeed your roll, then you gain more conviction. And once you hit 10, you can cash those in for extra virtue or for new virtue points, which might give you more powers, which make you less human. So it's a good time all around.
So I can't do this yet. Remind me again when I can.
Yes. You have not yet been imbued, as you have not yet encountered the actual supernatural, but we'll get there.
Just Tatera.
Yeah, just Tatera. and Gary. You've got Gary too, but you don't know much about that.
As far as I know, Gary hadn't done nothing weird.
Right?
He hasn't done nothing unnatural. Other than, all I gotta say is the potions he fucking gives me every day.
Yeah, so
they're
Jenna,
magical.
Yeah, Jenna, you're looking around for somewhere to break into. So there's the temporary gallery that you can go down and try and get into. You could try and get into like a back hallway first, and then into the temp gal, because in the front door you might attract. There's like cameras right there, but if you can get into the back, you might be able to do it, or you could try somewhere else.
You know what? Let's try that. Let's see if she can do this.
Sure. Okay. So first,
stealth it up.
First, let's stealth it.
Okay. So that's stealth and dex.
Yeah, and then Augustus, Statera, and Peter, if you can give me perception and alertness checks, just to see if you still notice Jenna as she tries to do stuff.
Now, in this system, can I spend willpower to add 3 dice?
To add an automatic success.
Automatic success. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. And I'll do that then.
Yeah. You cannot add conviction to get dice except on edge rolls.
Okay.
So.
What difficulty do you want this at?
Let's say 6 is all around.
6 is all around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless she says something with this system, typically it's 6.
Yeah.
Well, that's 4 10s that I need to explode.
Oh, dang.
Oh my god, it's starting.
That's a
already.
first. I have never had all my dice come up 10 before. That was amazing.
All of... Oh my god.
I had 4 dice and they all rolled 10.
That's a fighter. I'm going to die.
I don't even know what I am. I don't think I'm a fighter. I'm more of a coffee lover.
Okay. So that's 6 total.
Nice. Okay. What the other 3 of you get?
I thought I had a good chance with 3, but apparently not.
Right?
That's right. You haven't really played World of Darkness games with me on Tabletop, have you?
And what did Peter get? Did Peter roll?
Oh wait, what am I rolling?
Perception and alertness, just to see if you also spot Jenna as
exploding are my thing.
Yeah.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Each one takes away a success.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I've got a 9, 2 10s, and 2 1s. So do I re-roll the 10s? Like, let's say I subtract the 9 for the flaw that I have.
Yep.
All right, let's get that out of the way. So do I re-roll the 10s before I subtract them for the 1s?
Yes. Because you want to know your total successes, and then you'll minus 1 off for that 1.
Yeah.
Okay, and if I roll a 1 and a 9 on those re-rolls for the 10, does that extra 1 take away?
You would have had 3 successes and have to minus 2 because you rolled 2 1s. I think,
even though the re-roll was a 1?
If the reroll was a 1, then yeah, you botched.
It's still a botch.
No, I got 0.
Or it's not a botch. It's
flat 0.
Yeah.
Flat
as
0.
long as you had a success that didn't get negated by a 1. Yeah. Like, sorry, even if it did get negated by 1. If you have like a 9 or something like that,
I think
would
you
have
have 1
passed.
success left.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
because I have a flaw where I take away a 1 from every one I roll, so that I
but
can
didn't you
more
have
often.
2 10s and a 9? You took the 9 away for the flaw.
Yeah.
And then you re-rolled the
2
10s. And didn't
And
you get?
I had 2 1s as well, and
And then
you had 2 1s. I thought you had 1.
Yeah.
And then
right,
I rolled
okay.
a 9
2
and a 1 on the reroll.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have just failed.
Okay.
Which is fine. I will say that when you're subtracting your success, that comes before ones in subtracting. So if you only get 1 success and 1 that success coming away means you botch.
Yeah. No, the point of it was so that I could botch more often. So if I have that opportunity, I will make it so that I botch more. Don't worry, I'm on that.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So Peter, you are just so focused on Statera that you're like sweeping the same spot like 7 or 8 times. It's also carpet up here, so why you're sweeping is weird, but it's what you're doing. And Statera, you're like looking around and you're kind of keeping an eye out for things, but you're more focused on the supernatural and looking for any sign of them and this weird custodian who just keeps staring at you and sweeping carpet.
I just realized what Blogg is supposed to be.
Oh, did you?
I did not put it together. Like I heard all the parts and I just was like, okay, I don't know what that's supposed to be. It sounds like it's supposed to be something. And then I was just looking thinking, wait a minute. Oh, you motherfucker.
Star's probably going, they must really be short on people to have hired a guy to mop a carpet. Okay.
Blogg, we still can't hear you.
Do you have a mute button on your headphone?
Me or Blogg?
Blogg.
Yeah,
Blogg's muted.
Well, he unmuted.
Uh-oh.
And then we still can't hear him.
The side of your headset's blinking, apparently.
Please stand by.
Okay, I'm going to use the headset now. This better?
Yeah.
Okay. The character that this was made for, the original actor who played this character on TV, his name was House Peters Jr.
I see. Okay.
Which, that's a wild name. I just have to comment. Yeah. So, and Augustus, you're just hanging out. You're looking for Jenna, but you just haven't spotted her yet.
Well, if he doesn't spot her, Augustus is basically going to try to move his way around to some sort of to where the places where the coin is supposed to be, and he's probably going to try to see if he can spot out some sort of back entrance and see if I can go in through there. I do have some security, so he'd be looking out for like alarms and things like that, and he's probably going to try to disable them if he finds them.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So it's supposed to be part of the temporary exhibit, which is on the 2nd floor, and you come up there. It's just kind of off to the left as you get off the escalator. There's a little sitting area right there too that you can hang out in, but there's nothing there right now. So you're not sure if it's inside the gallery or if it's like in their freight area, wherever that might be, or some secure vault. You're not sure.
All right. Well, he's just gonna he's still gonna see if he can kind of get back there without anyone noticing.
Sure.
Yeah. So he'll try to.
Yeah. Well, since you and Jenna are heading to the same place, let's give. If you want to be stealthy about it, you can be stealthy about it and try to roll that.
He's gonna kind of keep it like he's gonna like keep a very subtle eye over his shoulder to see who's following him. And keep an eye out for cameras and stuff like that. But I'm not thinking he's going to particularly hide. I mean, I'm wearing a red jacket and a camping backpack. I'm not.
That's fair. Yeah. So you head off and you start looking around for like a potential back way. Give me another perception and alertness roll. Difficulty 6.
I've got 2 successes.
Cool. Yeah, as you're kind of walking, you start walking through like the natural history side of things, and you see a side door that a security guard comes out of, and they start to walk away from you to the other natural history set, like another natural history area.
All right. Does the door close behind him, or does it do that kind of? You know?
It does a bit of a slow close, and you're pretty sure that security's supposed to wait and make sure that that closes, but he didn't.
So I will just kind of like lean over and be like stop the door as it's closing. But...
Yeah.
He's gonna step inside.
You and Jenna both give me. Let's do wits and security just to spot stuff you're looking for, or something else that you have that might make more sense.
I definitely have that. I'll spend a willpower because I want to be sure I can see it.
Sure.
I should not have spent willpower.
Sorry, what is it that we're looking for?
Wits and security for looking for like cameras and alarms and stuff like that.
What about potentially streetwise or
sure,
stealth?
Yeah, you can use streetwise. And I will actually, Jenna, let you use that at a like Augustus is difficulty 6 because he hasn't been in this museum. But you're gonna be difficulty 4 because you've been in this museum and also know security. So
now,
like the security here.
Now I just want to ask, are any of them around Statera?
At this point, no.
Because he's being watched like a fucking hawk.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be 4 successes for me.
I got 6.
Nice. Okay, so Augustus, you see that the cameras in this area are not pointed at this door. And Jenna, you didn't spot, or you spotted this door, but it was there was a security guard as you were kind of walking past, so you kind of bypassed it and just kept walking. But you did find another door further back in the exhibit that does have an alarm on it, but no camera.
Good to know.
Yeah. You're welcome to try and get in there. Because of your successes, you might actually, you're not sure if this is one of those alarms that will just stop when the door closes or whether it'll keep going.
You know what? I might try it and just try and close the door as fast as I can.
Sure.
And maybe they'll think it's a misfire if nothing looks disturbed.
Absolutely. So you open the door. It's a silent alarm, so you don't hear it, but you know it's there.
I'm immediately gonna try and hide.
Cool. Yeah, you're in a back hallway that looks like it connects the natural history side. There's a couple of hallways back here, but they all seem to connect the temporary gallery to the natural history gallery, and they look to be used as shortcuts for security and other staff.
Okay.
There's doors all along this place that lead to like little storerooms, and most of them seem to be locked. But if you give me a something, you don't have security, right?
I don't have security. I have streetwise, stealth, and survival and tech.
Cool. Yeah, give me a like Dex and streetwise roll to just see if you can like pull a bobby pin out of your hair, or a lockpick kit if you have one, because you might.
Alrighty. What's the difficulty?
Let's say when using streetwise, let's say 7.
Okay. 3 successes.
Awesome. Yeah, you pop. These are cheap ass locks, and you just kind of open one and make your way into this tiny little like storage room that's mostly filled with boxes, but there's just enough space for you and your bag.
Awesome.
And give me a perception and alertness check as you're doing that.
Okay. Perception and alertness. What's difficulty?
Let's go 6.
Okay. Those are all successes then. As is that. 5.
All right. Just as you're about to slip into that room, you spot someone down the hallway who's not wearing a security outfit, and is just kind of wearing normal clothes. They're not trying to like be sneaky and stealthy, but they're not security. So they might be a museum employee, or they might be something else.
Go get him.
Not sure what to do now.
You can just hide in the thing, or you
Does it
can
look like they've seen me?
It doesn't look like they've seen you. You can, if you would like to spend conviction, a point of conviction, to turn on your second sight and the protection that entails, which will let you know whether or not this person is supernatural.
Sure, let's do that.
Cool. And as I had mentioned earlier, I'm letting you do this kind of reactively, like when something happens, rather than having to spend at the beginning of every scene. So,
okay.
So yeah, you turn on your second sight, and the world kind of goes a little hazy on the edges, as this person down the hallway lights up with a kind of hypnotic like rainbow pattern. Give me a quick intelligence and actually perception and awareness. Give me a perception.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I am not int. I am perceptive and witty as fuck. I do not have int though. What is
let's go since we're using perception, let's go with 7.
3.
Awesome. You have encountered this before, and so you kind of know what's going on, and what kind of creature gives off that aura. This is like one of those magic users that you've seen before. Sometimes, despite your personal feelings about them, sometimes they're not necessarily the bad guys, but
they're more likely to be helpful against vampires and werewolves and whatnot.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, and
much as it sucks, it might be useful to use them.
Yeah, so you kind of catch all this as you're going into the closet, because that was kind of your intent originally. But yeah, you're that.
Right.
So you don't catch anything else about this person, but
okay, I'm just gonna make a note of that and kind of what they were wearing that I saw.
Yep. Yeah, they're wearing like black pants and just kind of like a blue top. Their skin was like a little darker than white, but they could just be like a very tanned white person, or they could be a fairly light black person or something like that, right?
Yeah. Or any number of things in between.
Exactly. Yeah, so you're hiding in a closet. Great.
Yep.
And
hopefully nobody needs anything out of this closet.
Right. Augustus, you have made your way into a similar back hallway, but not the same back hallway. So it's another hallway, bunch of doors. Looks like it leads to another area of the museum.
I guess it's gonna probably. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say there's no one back here that you can see right now.
I guess he's going to take a moment to kind of open up the side pockets of his thing. He's going to pull out a taser and a pistol. He's going to shove the pistol into his pocket and have the taser in the other one. So he's armed in both hands now, and it's going easier than I thought.
It's just going to hang out back there.
Jenna, where are you? He's going to be going around as he kind of starts.
Just, yeah. Anyway, let's head back down to the lobby for a minute. And Gary, it's about time for the museum to kind of be shutting down. You're moving into like your evening duties where it's coffee for the employees, but mostly you're moving into like stocking and stuff like that. and you kind of have to swing over to security for a minute just to like it's a bit of a clock out clock in thing just to have your schedule correct in their system. So you go over and you hand them your keys and they swipe them, and you see Tim is the one sitting at the control desk now, just looking at the cameras, and you hear an alarm go. They don't do anything. Just checking cameras.
Hey, Mr. T, how's it going?
Oh, hey! Turns completely away from the cameras and just like starts chatting at you. And hi, how's it going? You sticking around for a bit of a night shift?
Yeah, do you know what? The morning shift flaked on me again, so I'm probably going to be pulling another all-nighter. I'll probably go and do the rounds with Mr. House later, because I ended up with a lot of leftover sandwiches and salads and stuff, and I don't really want to throw them in the dumpster. I mean, I can't serve them tomorrow, but I figured I'd go and load up like one of those cardboard boxes and do the rounds and maybe give security like a snack for later.
Oh, that would be awesome. The vending machines here are great, but they they take money, which I don't really have. Yeah. So.
Oh, do you want like a croissant? There's like a cheese croissant left.
I would love a cheese croissant. Thank you.
I will totally put that on hold for you. You want a drink? Just a bottle of water?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, I can do that for you too.
Thanks. You hear Ashlyn, the other guard who swiped your card for you and handed it back, going, "Hey Tim, what alarm is buzzing?" He's like, "I don't know. Something. They're always buzzing, right? Like it's just one of us going in and out of doors." And she's like, "I don't think." Okay.
Is it one of the windows again? There was like a window up on the 3rd floor that had like birds getting into it, because that happened last week. And
yeah, probably. They take so long to actually fix the stuff in this building. So.
Well, when I head upstairs, I can do a check for you. I can let you know.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be fantastic, man. Thanks. You really,
okay. I'm sure they're checking on it upstairs, but how quickly word goes around in this place. It'll probably be like the next, industrial age by the time you hear it down here, right?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks. I look forward to that cheese croissant.
Oh, I will get right on that. I'm just going to go and throw out the garbage because Peter was supposed to do that, but he hasn't shown up. Have you seen Mr. House for a while?
It looks like he's mopping on the 2nd floor.
2nd floor. Perfect. I will go take care of the garbage, and then I'm going to start doing the rounds. So I will see you guys later. Don't work too hard.
Definitely. I'll
leave the cameras when I go past.
Yeah. He'll sit down at the desk again and is just completely ignoring the cameras. Yeah, and back up to Statera and Peter here. Statera is still on the 2nd floor, being watched by a stress mopping of carpet Peter. And it's almost closing time, so you've got to figure out kind of where you're going.
And how connected is the theater and the museum? Are they like the same building, or?
It's the same building.
Same building.
Yep, same building. So down in the lobby, if you go kind of to the back of the lobby, there's the concessions and the gift shop for the theater, as well as the theater doors. They usually, what happens at night, and since your character's from Victoria, he'll know this. Provided he's been to the museum at all, and since you weren't like Augustus and specifically not haven't been here, you will see they'll lock off the gift shop, but until the IMAX movie goes in, they'll still let people go to the gift shop. But then once the IMAX movie's in, they'll block off the gift shop with gates itself, and people aren't supposed to come out into the lobby, but nothing is stopping them from doing that. In theory, everyone's supposed to leave by the exit that's on the far side. So
Okay, so knowing he's being watched, he's probably making his way to the movie. He's like,
Sure.
no point trying to hide because, crazy bald mopper is eyeballing him for the past, I don't know how many minutes now.
Sure thing.
And it's not subtle.
No, that's why he's like. So,
I mean, who the fuck wears contacts like that to the museum? Obviously.
Yeah. So you.
However, you did. I will point out, Trazelta, you did keep my attention away from the other two, Jenna and Augustus. So.
Yeah, you guy at the big backpack. No, ignore him.
I should point out, this is the world of darkness. You've probably had some weird LARPers drop by the museum at some point. Like, there will be a vampire troupe who will try to stop by at some point.
Halloween was just a little bit ago. Like, let's be honest. Halloween was just a little ago. They do their Halloween thing at this museum. And I'm going to be honest with you, one of my specialties in academics is this museum specifically.
I don't know. Gary dresses up every weekend, so I'm just saying.
Gary is sacred and can do no wrong.
That's true.
Fair. So yeah, as you're heading down the escalator and Peter is like stress mopping on the step behind you, as you took a drink of water. Good timing. Yes. Like just breathing right down your neck. You come down the escalator and there's a security guard at the bottom just kind of watching as people kind of come down.
Once I see the security guard, I will lighten up a little bit and just look at the security guard and be like, point at Statera and just be like,
how are you the suspicious ones, Statera?
I don't know. I thought he was a blind man. Those don't look like contacts to me.
This guard just kind of looks at you and nods, but is confused, but will actually watch Statera a little bit. Yeah, there's folks heading into the 5:00 movie, and that'll be about an hour. But you're able to hang out kind of in concessions and in the lobby and stuff as you wish. However, as you are there, I'm gonna let you keep discern until you go into the theater. But prior to going into the theater, you see some people that do not look alive.
Oh, and where are they headed?
So there's a group of 6 that they're dressed kind of like a gang, like you'd expect a stereotypical gang to dress. So they've got bandanas and being like really terrible stereotypes here. Gangs would probably be much more subtle than these folks are. Bandanas and leather jackets and leather pants and like.
So what you're saying is there a group that's pretending to be gangers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
To quote Saul, are they retail workers?
They might be. But they definitely don't have souls. So.
Are they retail workers?
Well, what I was going to say is that your discern is actually working on them. So while they might be retail workers and undead, they are also undead. You're not sure what their official jobs are, but they're definitely not alive. You can see that their faces are just super pale. You watch them for a second, and they're not breathing, and you can see normally when you look at people really closely, you can see their arteries pumping blood, and you see none of that with these people. And they're acting a little like not super raucous, but they're joshing around with each other, and they're standing in line for the 5:00 movie, and they're about to head into the theater.
Okay, he'll do it. He'll probably follow them. He doesn't seem like they're doing not what they're looking for, but still kind of odd. I want to make sure no one gets eaten, or I don't know what they're gonna do.
Fair enough. So your movie ticket is for the 7, but if you want to go into the theater, you can try and like bluff your way in with a 7 o'clock ticket for the 5 p.m. show.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
I'll just if they see me, I'll just...
Let's do a manipulation and what would it be? Subterfuge. Yeah, there we go. Manipulation and subterfuge roll. Difficulty of 6, but you're rolling against me, so.
I am going to use a willpower because I don't have much dice.
Sure, yeah.
Oh.
Pardon me?
I botched with the willpower, so 0 successes.
Yeah, so with the luckily you spent that willpower because that means you did not botch, you just failed. So the guy checking tickets at the front tears all the tickets for the crew that's going in, and they eyes them a little bit suspiciously because they are like, we're gonna have to kick these guys out, aren't we? Like they're probably sneaking wine in or something. I don't know. You know how groups like this are. But when he looks at your tickets, he goes, "Oh man, these are tickets for the 7, and this is the 5. Did you mean to get the 5? You can go exchange them."
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I picked up the 5 one. Yeah, I'll go exchange them real quick.
Sure. Yeah, you've got a couple minutes. Where we've got to get through the rest of this line first, anyway. So.
Thank you so much. You'll go exchange them.
Cool. Yeah. So you go out to ticket booth. They exchange them. No problem. They refund you a bit of money, and you can head back in and get that ticket and go into the movie. These movies are generally about an hour long. This one is a little bit longer, which is why there's no 6 o'clock movie. So it's like about an hour and a half. It's a longer IMAX one, but yeah, you get to go in there. And where do you sit in the theater? It's a pretty big theater. It's not super full, but there's probably like 20 people in here.
I would want to sit in the back, kind of towards the middle, to get as much people in my view as I can.
Sure. Yeah. And so Peter, you're the person you were watching, and you got security to watch has wandered into the theater. Seems to be
the theater is outside of my jurisdiction. Because, like, as much as I like to be that person who's been here forever and sticks my nose in shit that is not my business or my department, I told security about him, and security went in with him to the movie theater. And I know that is, even though it's the same building, it is a different thing. And I'm responsible for making sure the museum is clean, not the fucking IMAX. So, not my problem anymore.
They do have their own staff that clean the theater after each movie. As the chat has mentioned, they're definitely looking like a 90s gang, a stereotypical 90s gang, that group.
Well, I don't know anything wrong about that group. I just know something wrong about I just got a bad feeling about this person whose name I don't know. That's the Terra person. Anyway.
Well,
so I will oh, go ahead.
As you watch Satara wander into the theater behind this group, or this at first try to go in behind this group, you suddenly get the incredibly sharp smell of blood. It's like it makes your mouth, that iron, gross taste, like you've swallowed a mouthful of blood.
I'm going to immediately go towards the bathrooms to make sure that there is not a mess in either one of them. Because we're in downtown Victoria. This kind of shit happens all the time. And I'm like, if I smell iron, somebody made a mess somewhere in the bathrooms. That's just my experience.
Fair.
And make sure there's not a mess I have to clean up. Because I'd rather deal with it right away.
That's fair. Can you give me a... let's do... let's do an initiative roll of Dex and Wits.
That's not a good roll. I thought you were supposed to be mean to everyone else first. Damn it. Hold on 1 second.
This is the first part of making everyone's life harder.
So Dex and Wits. Do I subtract one? Yeah, let's subtract.
Oh, sorry. It's sorry. I forgot how initiative works in Old World. It's Dex plus Wits plus a die roll. You do not have to subtract.
And 10s explode
on initiative. Yeah.
30. 2 10s and then a 5 plus 5.
Fantastic. Wow. All right. Give me a second here.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I played a lot of Old World of Darkness games, and this is the best initiative roll I've ever had. Normally, it's almost always a single digit, so it's like 10, 5. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mop the floor with some son of a bitch. That's all I know. I'm going first. That's how you win a combat. You go first.
Yeah, that is how you win a combat.
That is not how you win a combat with somebody this inept.
Right. We're just going to this one.
Statera. Oh, suspicious one. Help me.
Now you want help after eyeballing me for God knows how long.
This is the way.
I think you were the one eyeballing people.
I eyeball everybody.
That's what led to this whole situation.
Normal. I eyeball everybody.
Hold on a second. I don't think any of these guys beat you. No, they do not. So you walk into this. The scent is the strongest coming from the men's washroom behind the IMAX. And you walk in there, and immediately you spot one of these like 90s gang wannabes who seem to like have come through the museum, got their seat, came through the museum, came back out to the washroom, and they are fangs deep in someone's neck. It looks kinky. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, you have first initiative, so
I run out asking for help from the security and screaming my ass off.
Okay. Let's see how
this is above my pay grade.
See how security reacts. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, there's a security guard who's hanging out in the gift shop, and they look up and they're like, What's going on?
Blood everywhere. Someone's literally biting some son of a bitch's neck.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The things people do in bathrooms, and just starts walking over.
No. Get your fucking taser ready. That's some fucking medieval shit going on in that bathroom.
Taser? They don't give us tasers. What do you mean?
Whatever you use. This is not no. Just get in there. Deal with that. This is above my pay grade.
All they got is walkie-talkies.
Call for backup. Call for backup. I'll go get the mop.
Okay, you get the
get the mop.
And security guard walks into the bathroom as you go get the mop.
Rip security guard. I'm so sorry, but I don't know what's going on.
Wow, you sacrificed an innocent.
You really did.
Kudos. Welcome to the team.
The player, yes. The character, no. He's just nope. Not my problem.
Well, he didn't get the other James, though. He was supposed to get the other James.
There's so many Jameses.
That James went home. But maybe there's another one. I don't know.
Rip security, unknown security worker. R.I.P. I'll pour coffee on your grave.
Yeah.
It's a memoriam. If I survive this shit.
Yeah. I want you to roll perception plus... intelligence plus vision. Difficulty
plus
of 7.
Vision, even though I don't have vision yet?
Plus whatever you put dots in vision. Because you're about to get those dots in vision.
Okay, so perception and vision?
Intelligence and vision, difficulty 7.
Okay, and let's see here. Difficulty 7 and subtract a success. Botch!
Okay.
I did get a 9, but I took it away because of that flaw. Let's fuck shit up.
Okay.
Wow.
Great.
You mean yourself?
Yeah, that's Blogg is kind of that way with his characters.
I like to make things interesting and keep things going as much as possible, and sometimes that isn't always the best decision, but in this case, I hope it's entertaining for people watching.
Okay. So what do you do when once you get them up? Don't worry, I will tell you the results of your bots, but not yet.
Get them up. I will put some hot water and some a lot of soap in it, more than I normally do.
Yeah.
I know our budget's pretty tight on that, but blood is kind of not one of those things that you fuck around with. And I will wait. Maybe I don't know. A fair distance away, like enough distance that like somebody couldn't run into, and I will like wait and anxiously watch whatever is going to happen, who's going to come out of there.
Okay. Well, you see the person who is being bitten into walks out of the bathroom. They seem okay.
The fuck?
You don't see the security guard emerge.
I wait.
You don't
and
see the
wait.
security guard. You see the 90s gang person come out and head back into the theater.
I call for help. Cameras. There's got to be cameras on that shit. People shoot up in there all the time. I'm sure there's cameras like looking to who's going in and out of the washrooms.
Do you go over to the security desk?
Yes. I need assistance. I've worked here a long time. I have credibility. Oh,
okay.
Fuck.
When you get over to the security desk, I want you to roll me charisma. And
can it be appearance? I'm bald and sexy and muscly.
No, it has to be charisma. And let's see, what else are you gonna roll me here? Charisma and leadership. And how many dice is that?
If I don't have any dice in leadership, do I take -1?
It's not -1, it's a higher difficulty.
Okay, so I only have dots in charisma.
Okay, and how many
I'm not
dice?
a leader.
How many
2,
dice?
Normally.
2? Okay. So it's going to be it's only going to be difficulty of 6, even with the additional difficulty. But I want you to roll that for me twice and take the worst result.
Can I spend a willpower?
If you do, that counts
I want
towards
a success.
But that counts towards the better result and not the worst result.
And I take the worst?
You have to take the worst, yeah. So.
Oh, let's do it. This is important. I feel like something's going on wrong here. So
actually, no, the willpower will count for both, but you still have to take the worst result. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So that's a botch.
Good. Oh, good. So you run up to the security desk with mop in hand, and Tim's sitting there. He's sitting at the computers, which are all kind of up in front of him, and he's just tossing a ball up in the air and catching it. Looks super fucking bored. Some folks come up to the other side, and he goes to swipe their cards and put them in the box where they go, and so that they can be sorted later. And he's just really lackadaisical about the whole thing. And you are a screaming incoherent mess as you run up to man.
And I'm just pointing at it and gibbering like that.
Yeah. Man, what is going on? Did you take something before work today? Are you okay? Like, do I need to call an ambulance?
The bathroom! Get into the fucking bathroom! That like fucking what's his name? The new guy. He didn't come out. Somebody was eating somebody's fucking neck in there. I think COVID has turned into zombies. Like, just get in there.
Okay. I will get someone to check it out. Okay. Why don't you go like get a calming tea from Gary. Gary's still.
I'm gonna follow this guy in there with the mop at the ready, because nobody makes a mess in my fucking bathroom, but I need assistance because I'm scared as shit.
Fair. This guy doesn't leave the desk because he's not supposed to, but he does radio one of the other guards who comes down and it's like, all right, man, let's go check it out, and walks into the bathroom, and you walk in behind. Yep.
Yes.
The bathroom is clean and no one's in there. And this guard Ashlyn just goes, sorry, you said something was happening in here?
Somebody somebody was like mowing down, like there was a zombie fucking apocalypse starting in this bathroom, and then like who was it that came in here?
It was the IMAX security guard, so same company, but works that area.
And what's his name from the IMAX security guard like came in here, and then like some no there was some shit going on in here, and I don't know. Okay. Like, look at the cameras. No, look at those cameras. I've worked here for like 15 freaking years. Like, look at those cameras. There's something going on here.
Calm down. There's no cameras in the bathroom.
No, but you can see that somebody came in and out, and you can see that like what's his name came in here to investigate some shit when like somebody was eating somebody's fucking face off in here. Maybe it was that bath salt shit.
I mean, people do some kinky weird ass shit in the bathroom, but I will talk to you said the IMAX guard went and checked?
The IMAX guard went and checked, and on a side note, can I do a check to like try and find any traces of blood or anything around here?
You can try, yeah.
I'm really invested in this, so I'm going to spend a willpower.
Sure.
What do I roll?
Perception and either alertness or awareness, and whatever you choose.
Same number. So
cool.
Let's see here, and I get 1 for the willpower?
Yeah.
Oh god, hold on a second. Okay. 1 success on 7 dice. 1 was a 10, but I took it away, but I still got to re-roll it and got another success.
Cool.
Oh, this flaw is harsh.
Yep.
I love it.
So you're looking around the bathroom, desperately trying to find something that proves your story. You hear behind you the guard go, Zulu to India, do you copy? And you hear some static and a voice back, yeah, I copy, what's up? And they have a little radio conversation. And as you're looking around, something clicks in your brain and your second sight activates. And suddenly you see you don't see blood everywhere. You see kind of just watching James disappear into his green screen, into his background was
that
wild.
Was pretty awesome. I'm just gonna say, James used obfuscate.
Whew. Wow. You don't see blood everywhere. You see like the spiritual resonance of blood everywhere. It is dripping off the walls. It is you can't hear the taps. Like, it doesn't sound like the taps are on, but blood is pouring out of them.
You know what? At this point, I think I'm gonna like just get out of here. Let the security guard handle whatever it is and however crazy they think I am, and I'm going to go to my place of safety. How's it going, Gary?
You run to Gary.
Gary's not actually there. There's a little sign that says back in 5 minutes. And you hear the sound of garbage bags being dragged outside.
Gary?
Yep.
I'm gonna go out back and help Gary because, like, I fucking work here. I can go behind the counter.
Yeah, absolutely. You go in search of Gary, and eventually you find him wherever Gary is.
I'm going to try and help Gary and be like, I need a fucking coffee. I need a drink, man. I need a drink. Here, let me help you with that. Let's get your shit done and, like, please make me a drink.
Yeah, I can do that. You want to take the... There's only, like...
Give me all the garbage. That's my job. Come on.
No, I made most of this garbage, so it's kind of my job.
Gary, I need you to make me a coffee.
I can do that. And, okay, this is good. You scratch my back and I scratch yours. I will get you your coffee immediately. I'll make you a new pot.
Thank you. I'll take out your trash.
Thank you. And they run off in their opposite directions.
Yeah. Great. So good. Welcome to Vision, Peterhouse. You are officially a hunter and have all of your dots and things. You still don't necessarily know how to use shit. You tried.
I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Yeah. Your
because that's more entertaining.
Your foresee tried to go off, but you botched that roll. So
Thank you for explaining what went wrong.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that. But I think I can take a little bit of a back seat when wait. So that either did happen once long ago, may happen once even after I die. But like something's going. That bathroom is fucking cursed, and I'm never going in there again. I'm always saying, like, fuck, what's his name? Mark? Mark can fucking clean up that particular bathroom every time from now on.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys do that. Gary, you make some coffee?
Yeah. Have the little cup under the stream, and then feeding into a bigger cup as it's coming out. We've all been there.
Attaboy, Gary. Attaboy.
Fantastic. Can you give me a perception and alertness check?
I can do that. Perception. Alertness. 1, 2, 3. What's the difficulty on that?
Oh, 6.
Oh, that changes that. So I just got a 4.
Nice. So, yeah, you're making coffee, and you hear a relatively familiar sound, which is somebody tapping at the counter, like waiting. And you look up, and it's that guy from earlier who was like really desperate to get coffee, and he's still tapping, but he's like,
"Oh, did I forget about you? Oh, I am so sorry. You've been waiting this entire time? I totally didn't see you there."
No, man. I got my coffee earlier. This is a completely different, like, demeanor than he had earlier. He is laid back and just kind of like, I'm looking for a little pick-me-up. Can you help the guy out?
Yeah. I've got a fresh pot going right now.
Cool.
You want to, like, a half cup? Like, get you started?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Sure, here. And then pass him the half-full small cup that was destined for Peter's larger cup that's about a quarter full.
Yeah, he takes that and he drinks it and he compliments the hell out of it. You recognize that, like, this guy's high. Somewhere between earlier and now, he has gotten high and is now just super laid back and happy to be kind to you. But he does still tap kind of in a rhythmic fashion on the counter.
I'm just closing up, but if you want, I have a cinnamon roll left. You can, like, totally demolish that.
I love you, man. Give me the cinnamon roll. Yes.
Yeah, sure. It's
I'm
like
starving.
It's like the smallest, kind of most mangled cinnamon roll you've ever seen.
Yeah. He takes it and he is just absolutely in love with this cinnamon roll. He savors every fucking bite of it.
I'm pretty sure they're closing up soon. Like, we're taking out the garbage, but I mean, we've got the exit right over there, and they got like some really nice concrete seats outside. You could probably go and like totally munch on that, because I know Mr. House gets upset if there's crumbs. So you want me to take you there? Because I have to go and find Mr. House anyways.
No, man, it's cool. It's cool. And you get a sense at the back of your skull, just kind of that prickling neck sensation, that tells you maybe you should activate your second sight, spend conviction, and activate it.
I will do so.
Cool. So you get this. You hear this voice just kind of whispering in your head that it's all right, man. Everything's cool. And you activate your second sight, and it's like a wall goes up between your brain and that voice. And you were starting to think that, yeah, it would be okay if this guy, if this guy stayed. And now you're like, wait, he's doing something to you, and his aura shifts from like just you weren't seeing an aura to this kind of rainbow colored outline, and let's give me a perception and awareness.
2, 3, perception. The heck is my perception? Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. I have never seen that before. I just rolled 3 1s.
You don't know what this is, but it's bad. That's all you know. This is probably one of the terrible things that you need to fight tonight, like that, or see, or talk to, or something. But it's bad.
Yeah. You sure you don't want to like sit down? Because you look like you've been. Have you been drinking? Because
not drinking, man.
No, are we having something a little harder than coffee maybe tonight?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, then you want to sit down. Like, there's a couch over there.
Yeah, I'll go sit down, and he'll make his way over, and he'll sit on the couch. And
I will suddenly give the house eagle eyes on this guy the entire time.
Okay, cool. He kind of just hangs out on the couch and continues savoring the cinnamon roll until it is gone, and sips at the little half coffee we gave him, and just kind of hangs out. Let's move back. Just kind of not suspicious. Let's head back to we haven't heard from Jenna in a while, so let's head back to Jenna. What's Jenna doing in this back hallway? It is past 5 o'clock. You've heard security go by a couple of times in their sweeps. Nobody's opened this door, and you know that the museum is now closed, and it's probably getting on like 6 o'clock by now.
Okay, and the dude who watches the cameras probably isn't paying a ton of attention at this point because everything's closed.
Yep.
Okay. I guess she will try heading out and having a poke around.
Okay.
See if she can avoid as many cameras as she knows about.
You head off down the hallway towards the temporary gallery. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk down to the end of the hallway, and there's a door, and it's a door. It's a solid door, but it's got like one of those little windows in it, so you can look through. And you can spot a camera, but give me a perception and alertness check on that one.
Difficulty?
6.
Okay. 3 successes.
Cool. You spot the camera, but you notice that there's no like blinking red light on it.
Oh, so it actually might be off.
Yeah.
Okay. Try and see if I can spot any others, and then I'll go out.
Okay, cool. What was that? My dice like you too.
Oh yeah, does my danger sense go off?
Let me remind myself. So it was, if it's not combat,
You roll my wits and vision, difficulty
Yep.
7.
which I've done, and there were 3 successes.
Okay.
And
Every success,
yeah,
I think it's like 1 turn per success before the danger happens.
Okay.
I get warning or something like that.
cool.
Roughly.
Yeah. So and then yeah, if it's combat, you get
Extras go into my initiative for the next round.
Right. This is not immediately combat. There's no ambush. So, as you kind of push the door open, you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach that you've had before of just something is here. Someone is here. Something is here.
Okay. I'm gonna spend conviction to trigger my protection second sight thing.
Sure, yeah. As you open the door and you spend your conviction, that turns on. The world kind of goes hazy at the edges.
Are you able to risk it on those things, or does it have to be something with a roll?
It has to be on the edges, which edges specifically, which I guess doesn't really work when I'm rolling the dice for you.
Yeah.
But you know what? What I'll say is, whatever the first roll is after I set off your forewarn, I'll let you risk conviction on that.
Okay.
Regardless of whether or not it's an edge. It's supposed to be an edge, but we'll link it to this edge. But because I have to roll it, I'll give you that.
I want to start risking so I can start earning.
Yep, fair. So yeah, the world kind of goes hazy on the edges as you kind of look into the temporary gallery, which has all of these artifacts and stuff and exhibits. That's the word, from the BC Gold Rush, that are just here, and you see this kind of greenish glowing trail kind of in the sky, or in the room. You can't really see where it's coming from, but it looks like a path that's been followed.
Weird.
And you start to hear just this sing-song kind of feminine voice just saying, "Jenna, where are you? Jenna, Jenna, Jenna." Just echoing throughout the room.
That's weird. Well, knowing that this is supposed to be vampires, I would have spent my time also getting like my stuff ready, specifically vampire.
Sure.
Type.
I'll say that you know quite a bit about vampires because you've dealt with them before, and you're a wayward and not, as Augustus said,
contact
dumb.
with Augustus and my arsenal and like building that.
Yeah.
So I think I would have I'm gonna just like kind of have a stake that I have in the back of my belt under my jacket, and I'm gonna get one of the guns ready to pull out of a pocket on the bag, so it's still hidden in the bag and I could let it go, so if somebody came up to me I could not look like I had a drawn weapon, obviously, because that would be a big no-no up here. I guess I'm gonna have to try to see where this is coming from and start investigating.
Okay, cool. As you walk into the room, more into kind of this space and watch the trail and hear the voice, it becomes a little bit more clear that this isn't a vampire. You're not entirely sure what it is until you start hearing like this giggling sound and the shape of like this little girl who is dressed in what you would think the Gold Rush era would be, just kind of pops out and goes, "Surprise, there you are." She is see-through.
Okay, so I have a ghost.
Yeah. You have a little girl ghost.
Does it seem like she's going to threaten me?
She's not immediately attacking you.
You know what? If I can put aside mages for a bit, I can ask for help, and I can come back another day and deal with her properly.
Fair, yeah.
That's the spirit.
I don't have stuff for ghosts on me right now, because wasn't expecting to deal with them. I mean, I have probably enough that I could rough it out, but why bother when I could come back properly? So Jenna's gonna go, "Oh, well, hi there, sweetie."
Hi.
So, you live here?
Yep, I follow the train, and she points over at like a train piece that there's a train replica, but then there's also like train pieces that are in
Very cool.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about vampires, honey?
Oh, I don't like them. They're
trying to invade your museum and steal stuff.
No.
I know, I'm here to try and deal with them, but have you spotted any up here yet?
Not vampires, no.
Okay. I know I saw a mage earlier.
Yeah, she's real nice. Her friend's
good.
a little stern though, but her friend told me not to leave the temporary gallery, and I'm gonna stay here.
Alright.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I go through? I'm gonna try and see if I can circle this floor and see if there's any vampires made it up here yet. Apparently they're after a gold coin.
I think the gold coin's in the basement. They didn't bring it up yet.
I'll work my way down there then.
Okay.
Have a good night.
If you see, what's her name? If you see Paige, or Denver, tell them I say hi again, and that I'm staying where they told me to.
Okay. What's your name?
My name's Isabel.
Isabel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name?
You already said it though.
Oh, forgot.
No problem.
My memory is. Ooh, shiny. She literally says "ooh, shiny," and she goes and looks at some stuff.
Jenna's gonna head off then and start trying to find her way downstairs.
Sure. Your forewarn goes off again as you kind of hit the next door, and you get 4 successes to your initiative as you go through the door.
Okay.
Yeah. And so roll me initiative.
What's that in the system?
It's Dex plus Wits with 1d10, and 10s explode, and then you get a +4.
Okay. For fuck's sake. Okay. I rolled 15, and I add 6 plus 4. So it's 10. Oh, no, actually, I rolled 25. What am I talking about? That was 2 10s and a 5. So 25, 35. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. So you get the drop on this whoever is standing behind this door. You don't know what yet, but as you go to open the door, you know something dangerous is behind it, and you need to get like the one up on them.
All right. I guess can I try and grapple whatever it is and like the arm up behind the back sort of thing? If it's
sure.
An arm?
Yeah. Roll me a Dex and Brawl.
Okay. Difficulty?
6.
4 successes.
Awesome. So you're at the door. It's one of those kind of push bar doors. So I think you just like slam open the door to stun whoever's there a little bit, and you reach around as you do, and you grab this like huge wrist, but you manage to like dig your fingers in and wrench this arm up around the back of a werewolf.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, shit.
All right, drop the gun and grab the silver. And she's going to say that out loud.
Fair.
For fuck's sake.
Not even large, just oversized moon.
Oh, we just got a raid, just in perfect timing.
I just grappled a werewolf.
Grab the motherfucking werewolf.
Yep,
Raid.
Jenna grappled a werewolf. And
I stunned and grappled a fucking werewolf.
Yeah,
Jenna,
you did.
Oh.
I had the chance to talk or meet in this game, but it was almost nice. It was
Chris,
nice almost knowing you.
If you're using your mic, you should tilt it down.
Yeah.
It's up on your headset. Your headset mic. So you're really quiet.
Forgot about that. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm using the wrong one.
But yeah. Also, viewers, if I manage to get myself fucked over right here, you can always res me with a donation to Extra Life.
Yeah, donations for, willpower and conviction and all sorts. We got a ton of monsters, and I'm running out of time to throw them in game. So
oh yeah, we've got more than enough monsters.
It was $5 for resurrection, right? $5.
I can't remember. I don't know what Kelly actually put in there, but
I don't think he included that one in here.
That's fair.
Health is $5.
Yeah.
Full heal is $25.
Cool.
It just popped up in the chat.
This is Hunter.
If you give Extra Life a bunch of money and want to res a character when they die, I will allow that. I'm not going to put a number on that, but it's going to be, a good amount.
Also, if you spend more than 101 US on my thing, you can pick my hair color from a list.
Uh-huh.
Wait, are you not at your goal yet?
No, I am at my goal, but if people want to try and do the thing to pick my hair color,
okay,
yeah,
I have to do it on my account.
So I'm just gonna pause your combat there for a moment.
All right. Well, my hand is groping desperately for a silver stake or something.
Yeah, something.
Something silver.
I will say that when you hit the large werewolf with the door, the werewolf did make a noise that echoes down the hallways that Augustus you hear because you're in the same rough area.
All right. Yeah, Augustus would basically stop mid-step and just kind of glance around for just a moment. It's and just like that, the war begins.
Well,
he's gonna
also, Augustus may have heard Jenna's, "Oh, for fuck's sake," echo down the hall too.
You hear that just much quieter than the yell.
All right. You're going to see a wicked grin go across his face. He doesn't know what the hell's going on down there, but the backpack's for it. He's going to just flip it off and zip, and then he's going to pull out the machine gun and the grenade launcher. He's
the fuck?
Yep.
And I'm going to go turn in and basically throw the pack back on because it's still got goodies inside of it. And I'm going to go running after where Jenna was.
Fantastic. Roll me initiative, but just keep it to yourself for now. I'm gonna move on to Statera first, and then come back to your combat.
Sure. Initiative is what again? Just 1d10?
Dex plus wits. Roll a d10.
And got it.
Add them together. Yeah. So yeah, Statera, you are in a dark movie theater. And give me a perception and alertness. You have your your discern has turned off because your 30 minutes was up. You can put it on again if you would like.
Yeah, I'll probably do that first.
Sure. So do that first and let me know how long you have it for.
I need so many dice.
Yeah.
D10s are your friend.
Well, I rolled 10 dice for this, so.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm. 7.
Nice. So that's what, 70 minutes for?
Yeah, an hour and 10 minutes.
Cool. So yeah, you have your, as soon as it kind of fades off, you just throw it back on again because you're like, I know there's evil in here with me. And yeah, give me that perception and alertness.
All right.
We're gonna go difficulty of 4 on this because you're in a dark movie theater with discern on, which means you can see perfectly.
I see everything. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Great. So you very clearly see when this 90s gang of vampires starts kind of like nudging each other, and they get up and or a couple of them stay seated, but 4 of them get up and start to move towards the exit into the lobby, and 2 of them stay and start feeding on their neighbors.
Crap.
Yep.
Before leaving, 2 are feeding?
Yep.
I'm going to focus on the 4.
And I was going to say, and you have a movie theater, not full, but with a bunch of mortals in it.
Yeah, I can only save so many, and if 4 are leaving, that's a bigger concern. Are the 4 of them staying grouped up?
As they head towards the exit, yeah. But it does look like they're heading out to the lobby.
Yeah, so I'm going to make my way towards the exit door, but while I'm doing that, I'm going to cast Burden.
Okay. And remind me how that works again?
So I roll Stamina and Zeal, and if it's a group of monsters, it's the monster with the highest Stamina plus 3, I think it says. Okay. And I'm going to risk 2 Conviction to give me a couple more dice for this.
Sure. So highest Stamina.
Plus 3 is what I have written down.
Yeah. Where is that? That's that. Of course it's you.
So what's my difficulty?
Does it say in the power or?
It says Stamina plus 3.
So the highest enemy is stamina.
Yeah, so it looks like I just roll.
Okay.
And it's the stamina's monster. The highest stamina of the monster plus 3, whatever that happens to be.
Cool, yeah, that is. And you said it's of the 4, right?
Yeah, so if it's a group, it's the highest stamina from whoever's in the group plus 3.
Cool. That's gonna be 9.
Oh.
Actually, no, that's actually 5. Sorry, I forgot there's a power that adds to that, but we're gonna say that's 5.
Oh, it's 5? Okay, that's a big difference then.
Oh, you're actually using real vampire rules with this. We're fucked.
They wanted more monsters, and I gave them powerful monsters.
Yep. So I got 9
Solomon,
successes.
I'm looking at you.
So I risked 2 Conviction, got 9 successes, so they're stuck for 9 turns as long as I keep my eyes on them.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the group just stops. They're kind of they're right before the lobby doors. And so you've kind of had to move down so you can keep your eyes on them. But yeah, you've got them for 9 turns.
Yeah, Otherwise, occupied, I'm gonna wail on him and use cleave.
Go for it. Do it. Why don't you, well, I mean, you roll initiative. I think, does burden turn off if you attack them, or does it just...
No, according...
Are they just stuck?
It says, while burning the creature, your creature has to keep an eye on the beings he can attack or otherwise interact with it. But attacking anything else frees the being. So I have to focus on the 4 I have.
Cool. Yep. You do that. And I'm just going to say that as you do this, it is going to make noise. And Peter and Gary, you can both hear sounds coming from, like, fighting sounds coming from the theater. Even they sound different than the movie fighting sounds you're used to hearing coming from the theater.
Gary, I've seen some pretty fucked up shit tonight. I've seen people eating each other's faces. I need a coffee, and I need it with that secret fucking like little stash you have behind the counter, which I know you have, and I haven't fucking told anyone. I need a drink.
You mean the whole cream? Not the light stuff?
I need the whole cream.
You want full dairy?
I need full dairy.
Okay. It's practically butter, but okay.
And then I pour some of my own Irish Baileys into it and then drink it and be like, the shit that I have seen tonight. Somebody ate somebody's faces. I think COVID has turned people into zombies. But nobody was there, Gary. Nobody was there.
To Gary, this sounds like the kind of odd you've heard sometimes from newly imbued hunters. And I'm just gonna.
Do you need to sit down? Have a sit down for a moment here. I'll give you a back rub.
I'm all into this.
Yeah,
my back is sore.
Peter, you kind of sit near this other guy who's just kind of like lounging on the couch, high out of his mind, and your second sight is still kind of on, though you don't know what that is. But as you look at this guy on the couch, you see that kind of holographic rainbow aura around this dude on the couch. He's definitely
this guy
weird.
is a fucking unicorn. What the hell is going on, Gary? What is in this fucking coffee? Why is this man a fucking rainbow?
I've heard unicorns are killers.
Gary, I think I need to be admitted to Eric Martin. I need help.
Just drink your coffee. You'll be fine.
I drink my coffee and then my Bailey's straight.
We're gonna leave you two there with this very high gentleman who is not.
Sorry, Statera.
And Statera, let's roll your initiative. I'm gonna handle your fight first, and then move back to Jenna and Augustus because your fight doesn't involve anyone else for the first 9 rounds. So
yeah.
Or, I mean, it might involve some other people, but at the very least, you're using cleave now, so you can go ahead and roll me initiative.
Gary,
I will.
I just want to say, Gary, I think I should have worn my brown pants today, not my white.
Yeah, roll 1 die, and it is Dex plus wits.
Explain that again. Dex. Do I roll just 1 die?
So you roll 1 die, and then you add the number of dots that are in your Dex and your wits.
Okay, so that's okay.
And 10s explode if you got a 10. But.
Got it. Okay, so that's 4. So that's 9.
Cool. Yeah, that is. Who got stuck there? You got stuck there, and. Cool. Yeah, so you're going first, so give me that cleave and take your attacks.
All right, so dexterity
at the very least for 1.
For 1. What's the difficulty for this? 6?
Yeah.
So that is 3 successes on my attack.
Cool. So because they are stuck in space and can't do anything about it, you're going to roll your damage dice plus 3. So add 3 dice to your normal damage. You're just using like
strength.
your mana. Yeah, you're manifesting a weapon, right? Or are you using something?
Yeah, it's actually almost like a blade over his hand.
Cool. So this like lightsaber type thing kind of lights up around your hand, blinding in this area as it glows. But no one in the audience really seems to notice. And you kind of leap forward and pick a number 1 to 4. Which one you're attacking?
We'll do 1.
Oh, good.
That's never actually good, Trazelta, just so you know. When the storyteller says, oh, good, it's not.
With burden, they can't do anything, right? Or they just can't move.
They can't move unless they have an ability that allows them to move, like a teleportation or something.
Okay, cool. So, but they can they take other actions, like speak or anything?
Oh, they can talk.
Awesome.
Before I chop their heads off.
Fair. So you leap forward. Your damage is your strength dice, plus 2 for cleave, plus 3 for your attack. So plus 5.
Okay. And what's my difficulty? 6 though? Or?
It's still 6, yeah.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Damn, that's exceptional.
Yeah. So you do what looks to be like your lighted blade comes down on the back of this guy who seems to be wearing he's wearing a pretty nice suit, and you cut through that suit like butter, and you cut through him a bit like butter as well. And he yells, and nobody can move. But this one, what do you do? Yeah, okay. When after you do that, you can see, you don't know who does something, but the group of them suddenly just vanish and then reappear as your discern kind of outlines them as individual people. Definitely they're trying to escape you without being able to move, but you can still see them, so they're fucked. And yeah, let's see if anybody in the crowd noticed that yell and does anything about it. No, it was masked by movie sounds. Great. Perfect. You have another turn because nobody else can do anything.
I'm gonna just kids keep whacking away until they're dead.
Sure. Roll me a d10, just 1 d10.
1 d10.
I'm trying to streamline this because nobody else.
Yeah, no, yeah.
For a bit, but
10.
Okay. Before your burden wears off, 3 of the 4 have fallen to the ground. Your burden wears off, and the last person books it out the door. And the door slams behind them before, they are moving superhumanly fast and are gone. But you got 3 of them, as there are now 3 corpses on the floor. And nobody's noticed because the movie is too loud. Because it's IMAX. You decide what you're going to do next, and I'm going to move back to Jen and Augustus and their werewolf friend. So
Friend.
yeah. So Jenna, you have a werewolf in a grapple.
Yep.
Poor life decisions.
Yep. Is this a setting in which werewolves hate vampires, or do they get along?
General dislike for sure.
They are creatures of the worm.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna say that you don't know the individual werewolf, but probably they hate each other. So.
All right. It's still a werewolf there though, and I would not be a good wayward if I rationalize this. So, I guess
it's a werewolf in werewolf form, like not even in their human form. Werewolf.
Oh, even
form.
worse.
Yeah.
Jenna, I just want to say, rip. I hardly knew you, and by hardly I mean not at all, and I was looking forward to that interaction.
I can't remember. In this setting, do werewolves get the whole, like, lethal immediately heals? Fuck.
You might be able to get it with pain. Like, hit it, nail it somewhere important, and then run.
And then it rages.
Yeah.
It's gonna rage anyway. It's a werewolf.
I'm gonna pull my dagger.
Yep.
Out of the bag. Do cleave.
Okay.
Oh, what did Random Equinoxes donate for?
Random.
Somebody donated.
We love you.
Ooh,
Oh my god, more monsters.
Oh god, guys, I only have like 20 minutes left. I gotta.
Or for the wreck the players for the
it's
kids,
a museum.
or for the players. Okay, yeah.
Museum's gonna come to life now.
You can still throw in mummies. Like, you've already thrown in geists and other things.
Well, you know what? This is probably what's going to kill me in the last 20 minutes of game.
Sure.
So I want to throw absolutely everything I can at this.
Okay, cool.
I want to cleave this dagger and try and cut its fucking head off.
Sounds great.
How much conviction can I spend at once, and how much willpower?
So okay. Because so I did say, did you use the no, I have used that on the initiative, and then you can risk.
We talked about.
Yeah, so you can risk on you can risk on your attack roll, and you can risk everything if you want to. You only gain 1 if you do that, and you lose it all if you fail. But you can risk all of your conviction if you would like to.
But it doesn't really give me any benefit.
It gives you more dice.
More dice?
It gives you as many dice as you risk.
All right, let's do this.
Yep.
Okay, and then cleave is that I have to roll a dex plus brawl or melee to attack as normal.
Yeah, you basically just get plus 2
you just empower
damage.
it.
Yeah, you just get plus 2 damage.
It's not even roll to do it.
Yeah, it's just, you get plus 2 to damage, and yeah.
Damage is also lethal no matter what.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Random.
So I guess dex plus brawl or melee. I would like melee, please, because it's better.
Oh, there's still demons you can add. And I believe a starting level character can summon a tsunami.
That is actually a thing.
And then...
Wait, what?
I have...
We'll talk later.
5 conviction at the moment.
I have the book, Trez. We'll talk later.
Okay.
So I'd like to risk it.
Sure, yep. So you add 5 dice.
Okay. Can I spend willpower as well?
Yes, you can. That's an auto success.
Okay.
How many dice are you rolling?
11.
Nice.
Okay. Well, that's a decent number of 10s.
Cool.
What is the difficulty?
6.
Awesome. Fuck yes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that's definitely 1. That's 1. That's 1. That's 1. And that's 1. Okay, 1 sec. I've got some rerolls. No 1s, luckily, so far.
Jesus. Uh-huh.
I like 6 difficulty. 6 difficulty was great. I rolled a lot of 6s.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay, now the fun thing about Old World is that does not automatically translate into damage.
No.
However, because you got so many successes, and let me just do a quick the thing
So
here.
I think I get 1 conviction back for risking all that.
Yep, you do.
Okay. I've got 1 still now. If I survive this.
Yeah.
I spent a willpower. Okay.
I'm excited at the prospect of your role because our characters might meet.
Okay, so you're going to roll your you've imbued a knife, right?
Yes.
So
I
you're
basically
gonna
grab the first thing I could that was not horrendously loud.
Yeah. You're going to roll your strength plus
Okay.
1 for the knife, plus 2 for cleave, so that's plus 3, plus
Okay.
10 for your extra successes.
Okay, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah. Did you count your auto success in that 13?
No, I didn't. I forgot
Plus
about that.
plus 11 for your
Okay.
for your extra successes.
My hands are full of dice.
And it's difficulty 6.
Oh, fuck yes.
Have some chat for the werewolf.
Okay, do 10s explode?
You never
on
say
this
that
one
for
as
the
well?
werewolf because all it needs is 1 health.
Do
1.
10s do explode.
And it's like, and it's back, and you're like, bah!
My dice like you.
If she doesn't kill it, pretty much our only hope is me coming around with the corner with a machine
No,
gun
it's Christine. We got this.
and capping it
probably
off
dead.
with you. Yeah, I know.
Christine,
Well, like,
sorry.
she's by far the best hope.
Re-rolling.
Excuse this vulgarity, but Christine has a fucking horseshoe shoved up her ass.
When it comes to D10s
Like-
that explode.
Regardless, you're
D10s
lucky
that
as
explode
fuck.
just love me.
Sorry, you're
one
lucky
sec,
as
let me count
fuck.
this.
Yeah.
16.
This is the way.
So for
I started
posterity's
with
sake,
4 10s and only like 3 dice were not successes on that whole roll.
for posterity's sake, I rolled a 1 success on my soak roll. You cut the werewolf's head off.
Yes!
Can we start calling Jen Amy?
This is the second time I have fucked over a werewolf this way.
Yep.
I did it in LARP as well.
So yeah, you cut you cut its head clear off.
I am the best wayward.
And as you do, the shape kind of shifts back into a female form as her
Hey,
head
Gary, this
kind of
is a pretty good
rolls.
Yeah, well, this was a lot bigger than me, so I'm imagining I'm drenched in blood at this point.
Absolutely, you are.
Like
yeah.
just head to toe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess stealth is out of the option now.
Guess so.
Pull out my
And
semi-automatic
I gotta
rifle.
fucking clean this mess up.
Yeah, you're drenched in blood, and then Augustus comes around the corner with a machine gun.
Oh, hot damn!
There's a dead human female on the floor, but she is drenched in way too much blood for it all to have come from that body.
What? It was a werewolf.
Nice.
Got a knife. I know how to use it. Shove it through my belt.
No, not knife. Like nice. Like 5.5.
Ah,
Yeah.
Sure. Here, have some werewolf blood.
Oh, hey, thanks. He'll totally
oh shit! Did I kill Megan?
You've noticed that as you Jenna, you didn't notice this as you were coming into the hall because you were so focused on the werewolf, but there is you're in kind of a stairwell on the other side of the temporary gallery, and there's a window outside, and your forewarn goes off again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, turn and lower a rifle at it.
I'll turn my gun towards it too.
And both of you, actually, I'm just going to keep your initiatives because that's fine. But you hear this sound, and outside the window you see this peacock that is squawking, and it's just sitting on the like the edge. You know, Beacon Hill Park is like really close, and the peacocks.
Do you want a peacock sound?
Yeah. You see, a friend of mine taught me how to do this one. Fuck off!
Yes! Somebody gave health *2 for Jenna Wright and whoever else needs it.
Yeah.
Cool. I haven't gotten hurt yet, but I'm sure I will.
Quite possibly. So you get you can take an action now, or you know that whatever this peacock is dangerous.
I'd look at Jenna and be like, I ain't chancing that. I'm just opening fire. Just like, I ain't chancing that.
Cool.
Same.
Both of you roll me attacks. We're just gonna do this straight up.
Oh god, what's the damage on the machine gun?
Oh man,
mine's a semi-automatic.
Mine's a full on. That's a saw or something like that. Like with the box mag. Just.
Yeah, just like roll me a Dex and Firearms or whatever it is.
Cool.
Firearms, yeah. Just to make contact. My dice are my dice, but sorry.
I keep hearing Mickey in the background, and it kind of sounds like a very distant answer to my that went out earlier. And I love it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is 4 successes because I've got 9s and a 10.
Sure. Yep.
I'm pretty sure this is probably neat difficulty.
Yeah. And Augustus, what have?
I also have 4 successes.
Cool.
Nice. Hello, Raid.
Wow. Yay, Raid! We're
Raid.
about to kill a peacock for some reason.
Mr. Clean should have worn his brown pants today.
You guys both fire and shoot out the window, and just roll me some like. Oh man, I'm just gonna guess this. Roll me like
roll a fistful.
Just roll a fistful of dice each. Yeah.
Okay. Like one handful, or like is this a double fistful?
One handful. We'll go with one handful.
One handful of dice? Sure. Yeah. I can fit a lot of dice in my small hand.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
What's the difficulty?
6.
6.
And I got 9.
Nice.
It's
not just me.
Yeah. So yeah,
that was more bulk though. I just have bigger hands.
Your bullets take out this window and you hit this peacock like dead on. There are feathers flying everywhere. And it doesn't die right away. Instead, as it leaps through the window, both of I think you both have second sight on. If you don't, it turns on. We're just going to play it that way. It is. It looks dead for one thing. It's like a dead peacock, but its beak is like glowing, and it tries to attack you. So you can roll me Dex and Dodge.
Who's that?
Oh, wait.
Oh, Augustus.
Is it possible for me to turn on my ward power?
Yeah, you can turn that on.
No,
I'm going let's do that too. Because then it has to basically stop if it approaches me.
Sure. Yeah.
It needs to be
just you, or is it anyone you're with too?
Anyone within I think my zeal in yards from me.
Cool.
It's like a bubble. Yeah. So it's a 4 success bubble. So
cool. Do I roll
6?
to beat it, or does it just?
Yes, you have to roll to beat it. Kind of like the burden power, I think.
6 successes again.
Cool.
I'll have it in a second.
I'm just gonna see if I even have to roll to attack, or if I just
you get a stamina roll.
Okay.
So it's your stamina versus you had to beat 4 successes.
My dice like me this time. I got 5.
Cool.
So it does look like it's almost going to stop, and you think it's going to as you throw up that ward. But it pushes through, and Augustus, did you roll Dex and Dodge, or if you want, or do you just want to throw up the ward and think it might help?
I think I'll probably rely on the ward rather than be like.
Cool.
I got 6 on my dodge.
Cool. So you
wait. Yeah.
you dodge out of the way as Augustus tries to ward off this bird, and because you dodged and Augustus is just standing there, it's going to attack Augustus.
That's totally fair.
Oh, that was a big handful sounding of dice.
Oh no! Oh no!
Fluff him up.
So
remember, something bad happens to all the other players other than me and Gary.
Yep. I'm aware of this. That
Sorry,
is
Augustus.
that plus I am.
Oh no, that's fair. Augustus needed to die.
That is 2 points of aggravated damage, which doesn't technically exist in Hunter. So that, while it won't take you out, because it'll just, you are heavily affected by this, even though it's only 2 points.
Okay. I do have armor, so it might soak some of it.
Cool. Technically, Hunter stuff is only lethal, but vampire stuff has ag in it, so we're just going with that. It rips through your armor because it's aggravated, and your armor is probably only built for lethal.
Yep, that's fair.
But yeah, so it like buries its beak in your chest as it flies at you. And Jenna, it's your turn because initiative.
All right. It's a fucking peacock. I'm gonna try and grab its neck and cut its head off as well.
Okay.
Why all the peacock hate? I'm so confused.
I don't know. It's got a long neck. I can grab it, I'm sure. Longish neck.
Okay, go ahead.
And I just cut off a werewolf's head, so... Okay, well, I have a conviction, so I guess...
Yep.
I'm gonna do cleave again.
Cool, do it.
And I'm gonna spend a willpower again. I'll risk it. Or risk the conviction to try and get it back.
Yep.
Okay. So it would be strength and melee again to hit.
Dex and melee.
Dex and melee. Okay.
Yeah.
To hit. And do I add anything else to that? Roll.
Whatever you risk on conviction.
Okay, so just the one. Cool.
Yeah.
That's all I had to risk.
Oh, you would have gained, like, you would have had a back up to 6 because you would have had 5, and then you gain 1, so you have 6 if you would like to risk it all.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gambling.
Yes, I would like to do that again.
Okay, do that.
Okay, how many dice did that give me?
That's another 6. Or, sorry, another 5 because you had the 1 already, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with this. Sorry, I thought I had to spend it all and only got 1 back.
Nope, it's gambling. You get to keep what you risk if you succeed.
I see. Okay, and this is difficulty
6 still.
6 again? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a success. That's a success.
While you're counting that, I'm just going to say that Peter and Gary, you're kind of hanging out with this dude who seems really content to just be high and hanging out. But you do hear the sound of somebody running through the lobby as they're booking it, and then you hear this weird like squawking sound, and then it's gone out the front doors. Security doesn't seem to notice at all. In fact, Tim's gone to the vending machine and he's carrying like a bunch of pretzels, and he just kind of comes back, and he totally abandoned the control booth, like he's not even watching the cameras, and he just comes back with a bunch of pretzels.
Gary's going to continue giving Peter a back rub and then say, Mr. House, just give me a moment. I think there's something I should probably do, and then walk over to the guy on the couch and sit down beside him. He's like, I don't know if anyone's told you recently, but I don't think you're a monster. I think you're a nice guy, and sometimes in the world, all a monster really needs is a hug. And Gary will put his arms around him and kind of whisper in his ear, and I think you should meet a friend of mine. His name is the Zipper Monster, and put a card in his front pocket.
He'll hug you back and be like, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's cool. He'll hug you back, and when he lets go, you feel like, yeah, that's cool. You feel like suddenly you have all of the energy in the world and could maybe take all of the actions you perhaps wanted to take and be really fast with, time magic. So Jenna, 14 successes on that? Okay, cool. Roll.
I really love 6 difficulty. This is so much better than like 8, 9, 10.
Man. Yes, it's great. And then aside from you, sometimes it's hard when people are rolling damage. But yeah, there's a you hit. You can roll your damage at a. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna see how much I managed to soak, because my soak on this one is pretty good. I'm just gonna say you do all like 14 damage. Just for time's sake, I managed to soak none of those. So you cut off the peacock's head. My dice hate me. My dice are my dice, and they hate me sometimes. And I rolled like 2 10s and a 9, and I rolled 3 1s. So
like, this thing like stabs into Augustus. Jenna comes up behind, grabs it, swipes the knife across, and basically rips the head off.
Yeah.
With like an absolute roar.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that to our 2. Well, I guess technically Wayward is a vision character, but I'm gonna count you as a Zeal character. To these 2 Zeal characters, between this and what else you know is here, this place might be a lost cause, and you're not sure. There just seems to be monsters coming out of the woodwork.
Oh yeah, no, I totally. You know the Matrix. I brought one of those incendiary things that they had in that. I think that should probably do it.
Let's take it out, and we'll go outside and try and catch anything that comes out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, let's do that.
Statera, you're still in the theater. You dealt with a bunch of vampires, and there's a. Yep, you guys can go do that. Statera, you have 2 vampires still in the theater and a bunch of mortal people. Though when you go to look back, there's a couple of not so mortal people anymore. They seem to be churning people. You also see a bunch of like dead rose petals for some reason.
Rose petals.
Yeah, they seem to be around the feet of one of the vampires. You don't know why, and we're not going to get into why, but I needed to include that for me purposes.
Yeah, I think Statera's gonna go outside and start looking for the Augustus. Going, yeah, I'm not about to jump in by myself with this right now.
Yeah, you did hear like gunfire. You knew was not coming from the theater, from the movie, and you so you kind of suspect that to be other people that you might know. You also heard glass shattering that came at like a quiet part of the movie, and that was weird, but nobody else seemed to notice. So yeah, you head outside, and you can actually run into Jenna and Augustus as they come down. And we've still got Gary and Peter kind of hanging out in the main room. Gary's making a friend, and now has time enhanced speed, so Gary can do whatever he's good.
Gary's gonna go back over and finish giving Mr. House a back rub really quickly.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, you do hear
priorities.
Like, some gunfire from upstairs.
That's pretty normal for Victoria. I've seen weirder.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess the 3 of you are starting to lock up the building.
Hey, Mr. House, do you have any furniture
apparently
polish?
We have metal zap straps.
Sorry,
cool.
What was that, Gary?
Do you have any furniture polish? I should introduce you to some of my friends this weekend.
Yeah, no, I know how to clean furniture. I've actually got this like really cool house remedy to take any kind of stain out of things. Like people say shit like blood. Like,
I have some
everything.
serious furniture stain problems. You should definitely meet my friends.
I would love to help you with that.
The guy on the couch kind of stands up suddenly and goes, "Hey guys, I think we should get out of here. You seem like really cool guys, and I think there's some trouble."
Yeah, I think honestly I need the rest of the night off. I have to be back here first thing.
Yeah.
Gary, I normally wouldn't ask you this, but this man is a fucking unicorn with rainbows all around.
I know,
him.
right?
Did you slip something into my drink?
No.
Oh no,
sure?
No, man. I'm a mage. I do magic. If you're seeing all that, that's magic. It's cool. Let's go. And he's gonna like pat you on the back and
cult.
Try to like.
Gary will jump in between both of them and put his hands in both of their back pockets, and they'll go traipsing off out the door.
And off into the sunset. Or sunrise. Maybe? No, it's not even
I
that
just
early.
want to say,
middle of the
I
night.
survived.
You did. And the other three of you are zap strapping doors shut.
Well, we're gonna
yeah.
like set up the incendiary stuff in the kind of the middle downstairs, so it really spreads, and then go around zap strapping the outside doors so they can't bust them open.
Yep. And
Okay.
if we could also have one of the I've got like a setup machine gun, and we can set up from the truck. And
Fantastic. I'm just gonna say that you light this shit up. You wreck this place. As you're like eventually speeding away, when you're pretty sure you're done with this, you do hear fire trucks trying to like.
Oh, and just for fun, I'll set off all my little presents that I set up on the way.
Oh yeah, great, good.
So they'll be like garbage cans going like foomp, and then as we're going along.
Yep, and all of you survived.
Really bad night. I feel like the best wayward ever.
You were fantastic.
All the monsters.
Do you want to come join my compound? You can come join my compound. We would love to have you.
Yeah, let me tell you
home base would be good.
Before we have to jump off this so that the other group has some time to set up, because I ran a little over. Yeah, fair. Let me just tell you what you could have run into tonight. So there were the 6 vampires, which I created as a Gangrel, Lasombra, Ventru, Malkavian, Toreador, and Giovanni.
You just had to say Lasombra and we were fucked.
Yep. But he was one of the ones that got stopped by Burden, so he was fucked. Then there was a second
Trazelta, secret MVP. Lasombras would have fucked us all over.
So there's a second group that was going to be trying to stop the first group, because the first group was there to cause chaos.
Sabat versus Camarilla.
A little bit, yeah. So there was a Tremere, Ventru, and 2 Nosferatus that might have shown up for that.
Sabat versus Camarilla.
Yep. The werewolf you killed was there with a dream speaker, a mage, who they were just trying to liberate some of the native art in the museum.
And, or maybe on a random date and just trying to have a nice night out.
No, they were trying to liberate native art, and you screwed them over, so good job for that. The couple of hermetics didn't show up. Jeff, the guy in the lobby with the coffee, was a Cult of Ecstasy member who's just there to have a good time.
Yep. That's happening.
Yeah. You've got
and it's happening.
The ghost, because apparently the museum is haunted, so that's fine. I also had an optional poltergeist, but I didn't bring that one out.
I want to know about the peacock.
The peacock was the gangrel, who's one of their beast form was peacock.
Okay.
The fuck?
Because I felt it was funny.
It was. I love that I killed a werewolf and a vampire tonight with really no problem.
Right? There was the potential of a hunter coming to look for Statera to fuck his shit up. And then there was Team Mortal, which was all of the mortals in the building you could become vampires or bystanders or hunters themselves. So good job. You killed killed everyone you could have.
Some casualties
are inevitable.
It just happens. Like
collateral damage, I believe, is what you're looking for.
It's sad. People are fragile.
Like unfortunately, there's certain collateral damage that you have to expect.
A little bit. So you did murder
Mortal and fuck that shit.
You might have killed some mortals in there, but they're just like you said, they're just collateral. It happens.
Some collateral,
but
assuming they weren't vampires by the time that all happened. Right? I'm just like I'm out. Like I'm trying to keep the balance, but I'm like,
there's no way to be sure. It's this is all for the best.
The security guards noticed nothing, including when the building was like kind of burning around them.
As is the way of security guards in Victoria. Shots fired.
I mean, I didn't work security for several years, and this is not a comment on people I actually know. I'm not.
Oh,
that makes sense.
I legit knew.
Anyways,
before your group got building security, I knew the previous security. That's how I knew all of this too for the museum.
Absolutely.
Not only had you taken me around, but other security people had taken me around before.
Yeah.
Two things I wanted to say. One, Solomon pointed out that destroying the museum may have destroyed the ghost fetters. And Jenna, you might have also killed the ghost.
Well, I was coming back to do that later. I wasn't doing it tonight. It's a fucking monster.
Right.
I'm a wayward.
And the other thing,
I'm a
I
wayward.
freaking loved these characters. Love interacting with all of you.
So good.
Like this was a
was
great
amazing.
game, and
I would
You were
love
to
to
have more interaction now that I'm actually a hunter with all of you.
Yeah.
Mr. Clean needs to freaking clean house now that
Yeah.
he knows what's
All
going
right.
on.
3 of you are basically monsters. 2 of you are fantastic. And I loved everything. Trazelta, how'd you like your first kind of World of Darkness game? Christine, I know you have to change. So if you,
I have to dip.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
stick around, guys.
We're gonna summon Kelly.
Come see me.
No need. I'm already here. Hey, everybody. I gotta bounce you guys. So everybody, give your outros. Say what you love about the game, and
this was great. I killed a lot of shit. Come see me in the next game.
Sounds good.
Y'all know me by now, so I'm gonna bounce. But
Christine,
it was great.
Okay.
Oh, she just dropped? Okay.
She just dropped and did the thing. So, all right, folks, thank you so much for... I'm going to swap us out to our...
Thank you so much. Good to see
you. All right, they can still hear us. But, hey, Jen, thank you so much for running this game of Hunter. It was ridiculous to look up occasionally and hear all of that stuff happening. Anyway, everybody go have a great night. Thank you so much, and be back in 20 minutes for Hotel Barovia.
Woo.
Bye.
Almost done. Bye.
Almost done. We did it. Good job. Everybody donate. Bye.
Bye.